Hey guys, no, this is not a trick. I'm live. uh yeah, it seems like an eternity since I actually went live. Actually it seems like an eternity since my channel has been active. Um it really does seem like that, I know. But I think you guys will by the thumbnail know what's been happening. I mean, like this past 2 weeks has been just absolutely bonkers for me. I mean, like it was such a whirlwind of not only emotions but events, things that just I honestly didn't think uh, would come to pass. Really, the way they did, and everything happened so fast. Like it just culminated in like a matter of weeks. And even everything like confirmations and the opportunities and everything was just a whirlwind. It really was just an absolute blur. Um, and I really wanted to take a moment and recant everything that actually happened over the past 2 weeks, because if you guys didn't already know, yeah, MOTUNIVERSE, the Masters of the Universe convention, happened last weekend, and that in of itself was just an absolute blast. We've been planning it for the past 4.5 months. It feels like longer. I think it was actually technically 6 months, probably even longer than that. And if we actually really dial it all the way back, it was actually around a year ago, because I remember the first inklings we ever had about this was around this time when Mike and I had discussed this on the Attorney of Four podcast in the background. Um, and it was crazy. So yeah, I want to talk a little bit about that, but I did want to take the opportunity, because the movie's coming out in a little under 5 days. That's 7 days. Sorry, 5 days. I can't count, guys. I'm at 6 or 5 days. I'm over the moon about this movie. I really am. I'm excited to see it in theaters. And that's strange to say, right? That is really strange to say, considering the fact that I was actually at the premiere. But I have to actually caveat that. There's a bunch of caveats that I have to say, because I saw the movie, but I didn't see the movie. Now, what do I mean by that? I saw the movie, but I was looking, I was watching the movie like this. I was literally watching the movie at the bottom, like I was actually on the second row seats. And if you've ever had to watch a movie on the second row seats, you know that like after the end of the movie, your neck is careened so much that it actually hurts after a while. Um, it was like being on a roller coaster. It really was. It was like watching the film from the vantage point of an aerial acrobatist. It was crazy. You're literally looking up and seeing a very very distorted picture. But it it really was quite the experience. And I wanted to share that experience with you guys tonight, because I documented the whole damn thing. I actually put everything on video, because again, it's what I do, right? I actually put everything on video, and it was a fascinating experience. I've never been to a world premiere before. I've never been to a premiere before. I've never been to a movie premiere in my life, and it really was one of those crazy experiences. But the experience was really crazy because, so let me dial everything back a little bit, because it really was one of these things that just came together so quickly. It was just not funny. So I guess it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. 3 or 4 weeks ago, people started receiving a lot of members in the Master Universe community, particularly anyone who had a Mattel Creations membership, specifically a Club Grayskull membership. That actually seemed to be a very important key. Anyone who had a Club Grayskull membership, not anyone, but specific people who had a Club Grayskull membership, appeared to actually get invited to the premiere, which was absolutely bonkers. Now, I don't know the criteria for how that works. I don't know if you have had to purchase, pretty much every single Master Universe item that's on Mattel Creations, which I have not. I haven't purchased every single thing on Mattel Creations Master of the Universe related. So, that pretty much included me. But I do believe that it has something to do with proximity to Hollywood. I think I'm not really exactly sure because I was getting notices from people. People were messaging me, and people were messaging, sharing in their groups and everything like that. That, oh, I just got invited to the Master Universe premiere, and all of us who were, well, like me in Canada, we were just so jealous. We were just like, what? How did that happen? But we were so happy for everybody. We really were. But you know what? I didn't get an invitation, which was fine. I was perfectly happy with letting other people enjoy the premiere, which is what I always do. I mean, premieres come and go. But as things started to get closer and closer, something strange happened, and opportunities, let's just say, opened themselves up, and something magical started to happen about a week before the premiere. Actually, like the day of the premiere, which just happened to coincide with the day I touched down in California, because we had been planning, myself, Mike, Danny, and many of the MOTUNIVERSE crew. We'd actually planned to touch down in California a week before, so we could tie up some loose ends, purchase additional equipment and provisions for the show. So we actually had planned ahead of time that we would be touching down on Monday of the week of the convention, which just so happened to be the day of the premiere. It was serendipity in a lot of ways. It really was. But before I continue, I did want to say hi to everybody who's in the chat. Thank you guys for joining me tonight on this impromptu. Not really impromptu. I actually was thinking about doing it, but this sudden, live stream where it's Saturday night. Thank you for joining me. I mean, it's always great to see you guys. But I did want to say hi to everybody. Warren Newman, what's going on, brother? Long time no see. Hi, Jay. Not long. June 3rd in the UK. Happy Jay, Crunchy Nut, and of course, He-Man Wiki. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. And you guys are so lucky. You get to see it 2 days earlier than the rest of us here in North America. So congratulations. The Mythic Dolphins in the house. What's going on, Mythic Dolphin? Good to see you. Brick something. What's going on, Brick? I saw Brick at MOTUNIVERSE 2026. It was awesome. What's up, Tiffany? Hey, Jay. Just got our tickets for this Wednesday. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, of course, the early screenings start on Wednesday. No Chewing's in the house. Hey, what's up? What's good? All good to see you, Chewy. Guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to both Brick Something and, of course, No Chewing. Chewy on his no dot chewing. Part of the Toy Daddies on his Instagram page. He's doing amazing toy photography. You should definitely check that out. And of course, the Toy Daddies are a wonderful community of toy photographers and toy collectors. Brick Something's lifting it up, man. Good to see you. Good to see you chewing again. Brick Something being said hello to by the way, the Dolphin. Clint Jorgensen, what's going on, Clint? I saw Clint again. Very briefly. We only saw each other for a brief moment at MOTUNIVERSE, but it was great seeing Clint at the show. Thank you, Clint, for all the support. The best to do it, Mr. Saturday Night Jay is here. Thank you, Clint. I appreciate that, brother. Saying hi to Chewy. Vincent Lee is in the house. What's going on, Vincent Lee? Vincent Lai? I apologize, my brother. Hey, oh, dude, what's going on, bro? Good to see you. Mythic Dolphin. I and my family have tickets for the early showing on Wednesday. Battle Cat and Grayskull popcorn buckets, along with my daughter's Power Sword, are ready for the movie. Awesome. Just freaking awesome. Clint Jorgensen. Daniel Benedict's movie is next. I bet you get invited to that premiere. Dude, I would love to be there. If Daniel's going to give me an invitation to his premiere, I would absolutely love to be there. Micah's in the house. What's going on, Micah? Good to see you, brother. I got the invite and cherry pick, so you can definitely don't have to purchase all of them. There you go. Good to see you, Micah. Micah, of course, was our volunteer director at the show, and he did an incredible job. Oh my God. Kept all the volunteers in check and make sure that they were all doing their jobs. And of course, the volunteers were just invaluable to the show. It was amazing. Motu Prince. Hello, what's going on, Motu Prince? Chet is in the house, of course. Chet Maddox, the developer for the Toy Hunter app, which was invaluable at the show. It really helped people keep in track of the schedule. We didn't actually get the scavenger hunt going. That was my fault. Okay, that was my fault. I just did not have enough time to contact all the vendors. Things changed at a very rapid pace at the end. It was crazy. So it was very difficult to actually get the scavenger hunt going. But we plan to have it at the next event. Huge shout out to Chet and, of course, all the Shadow Nose Network. Guys, definitely follow Chet and Alex and everyone on the Shadows Knows Network. And of course, definitely download the Toy Hunter app. It is a wonderful app for you guys to keep track of your collection. And of course, bring it with you everywhere you go, because you will not be able to make duplicate purchases if you don't want to, if you use the Toy Hunter app, because it keeps you informed about the latest prices, whether or not you have that toy in your collection already. And you definitely have to check it out. It's an incredible app. Wish you were here for my birthday. Dude, happy birthday. Guys, everybody wish Chet a happy birthday. Oh, my God. Oh, dude, happy birthday, brother. Seriously, what an incredible developer and, of course, good friend. Guys, definitely wish Chet Maddox a happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday, Chet. Happy early birthday, anyway. Julio Z. Pedari. Peda Jr. I'm sorry. Julio's Peda Jr. I apologize, my friend. Motu got last minute. I'm actually released. Right? That's so scary. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. I apologize, Julio's. I'm sorry for screwing up your name. Amiga Cammy's in the house. Hey, Jay. Hi, everybody. Brought my tickets for the first session of Motu here today. Absolutely awesome. Always great to see Amiga Cammy in the chat. Thank you guys for being here tonight. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you guys. This is freaking awesome. And of course, I didn't even say this. Warren Newman just gifted, just became a member for 4 months. Thank you, my brother. Wow, that's freaking awesome. Enjoy the convention vids, He-Man Wink. Thank you so much, Warren. You're freaking amazing, bro. Break something. MOTUNIVERSE was off the hook. Can't believe it was just last weekend. Well done to you, Mikey, and the team. Absolutely. It was a team effort. A convention cannot run without a team. And it was absolutely bonkers, guys. It was incredible. And I'm so glad to have been able to share it with everybody at that time. Yeah, guys. So basically, in a nutshell, I don't want to keep this one just too long, but I didn't get an invite, and it was just one of the things that you just have to accept. Mike of Attorney Royalty, of course, we were planning MOTUNIVERSE. He messaged myself and the rest of the team saying that he was able to get an additional invite for the rest of the team, and it was crazy. At that point, we're like, "You're kidding! You must be lying! You must be totally pulling our legs." But it was true. He did actually get a set number of invitations, and we absolutely blew our minds. Shane, who was incredible in terms of dealing with exhibitors and of course the program booklet and so many other supports for the event, he basically decided that he was going to fly in early and be at the premiere, and that meant that each and every one of the MOTUNIVERSE, not each and every one, but the staff of the MOTUNIVERSE and the Attorney of Four were able to actually attend the premiere. It was absolutely nuts. So yeah, it was a whirlwind too, because I had to get off the plane with Danny. We basically got off the plane, went to our Airbnb with Mike, and then straight to the premiere. It was that fast. It was that fast. It was absolutely freaking bonkers. But that's exactly how quickly it happened. It happened so fast. And we really had no time to plan it. We basically, just went with the flow. It was ridiculous. Mike Bruno's in the house. What's up, Jay? MOTUNIVERSE was freaking awesome. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate all your support, man. It was freaking awesome. Yes, Chet. Everybody, please wish Chet a happy birthday, everybody. Sean, not Shane. I'm sorry, dudes. I am. It was Sean. Sorry, I apologize. I don't know why I keep saying Shane. I've made that mistake a couple times already, and I apologize. I do. Shane, Sean. See, I did it again. Sean was instrumental in so many things, especially the program booklet. If you guys look at the program booklet, that was all Sean. Sean really made that, pulled that together. It was freaking awesome. And Chet's guys, please wish Chet a happy birthday. He deserves it. The man is just doing some amazing things. Yeah. So it's all a blur, really. But thankfully, I have video to remind me of everything that happened, and I wanted to share some of that video with you today, guys. Attorney Royalty, cheers to all. Thank you for your coming on, supporting, even if you didn't come out, still being there in spirit. It was amazing. And of course, there you go. Happy birthday, Chet. Chet was incredible all weekend. He really came through for us. He even went out, he went so far to help us with a display. He actually went out and got us a display for MOTUNIVERSE. It was crazy. Break something, man. I really didn't get to meet a bunch of people I see in chats in real life at MOTUNIVERSE. It was hard, you know. I mean, Brick was working the booth. It was absolutely crazy. It was nuts. But let me share some of the highlights of what happened at the premiere, and then we're going to get into MOTUNIVERSE a little bit afterwards. But I really want you guys to try to experience, or experience what we experienced at the show, because it really was something special. So let me share this with you guys, because honestly, this is definitely one of those ones where really it came together really quickly. And it was just awesome to experience. So here we go, guys. Let me show you a little taste of what actually happened at the premiere. This is absolutely crazy. So check this out. This is us just getting into. I'm going to lower the volume a little bit, but this is us just getting into the actual area where the Chinese theater was. Apparently, there's a mall attached to the Chinese theater. I did not know that. So here, check it out.
All right, here we go. Hard Rock Cafe. Hokey Pokey, LA. Oppenheimer. Gotta love it.
Of course, I hope you guys realize why I'm laughing at that one.
Oh, hear me roar. There it is. There's the Denny's truck. It was freaking awesome. There's a club room. All right, we're going to try and find the guys.
So this is just outside the Chinese theater. And they parked a Denny's truck right up front. And they were actually giving out Denny's food for
Across
free.
the street is the Mandalorian and Grogu.
They actually had like pancakes and Pop Rocks, ice cream. It was really an experience. It was crazy.
That's the lineup right there.
So this is where the lineup began to actually start getting into the theater for anyone who had an invitation. Even if you got into this line and you didn't have an invitation, you would actually get stopped. It was pretty crazy.
It is amazing.
And you can actually see the purple carpet. It wasn't a red carpet; it was actually a purple carpet, which of course represents Skeletor. And you can hear that Denny's truck just like blasting air. It was crazy.
VIP treatment. This is nuts. There it's all about. Masters of the freaking universe, man. Sweet. Awesome. All right, there it is. Just to get in there somehow. We don't know. But look, everybody's here. Look at these guys. All in line for Master of the Universe. Woo! What's going on, guys? You guys love Master of the Universe? Yeah! Woo! That's what it's all about, everybody.
I was hyping up the crowd.
Who has the
wanted
power?
everyone to be happy.
You have the power. That's right, everybody. Woohoo! Woo!
That was Sean, not Shane. That was Sean.
That's crazy. Good to see you guys. Yeah!
That was Mike and Aaron.
Oh man, look at this line.
Black Angus.
What's going on, dude?
Oh, look at he's got. He's got the. Oh!
Yes! That is sweet, dude.
That
is freaking awesome. Oh my God, line just keeps going and going and going. There he is.
Hey, there's Danny.
What's going on, guys? Woo-hoo! Nice. Keep going, everybody. That's what we're talking about. Masters of the Universe, everybody. Woo! Dude, this line keeps going, man.
It was absolutely crazy, and it just kept going from there.
It's madness out here, guys. Seriously, it's freaking crazy. You have to see all these wonderful fans, like they're just freaking going nuts. And of course, we're here at the back line, but that's okay. It's all about the atmosphere. We're gonna enjoy ourselves tonight, guys. We got a party. All right, I'm gonna rejoin the line, and we'll see you guys inside. Okay, so here we are in line. We met up with Black Angus. He's right there, right? Everybody's here. Okay. Mike is here. There he is.
There's Mikey.
AJ's
and AJ from Eternity Royalty.
Here, everybody, and we're going.
So basically, the entire all of the what's it called, The Council
Here we go,
of
guys.
Elders at MOTUNIVERSE were able to attend, and it was just glorious. And they started letting us in around this time. It was great.
Look at that lineup, Jesus. You got to be. We've been told you have to be here early if you want to get a decent seat.
Which is true. But it ended up that they already have predetermined seating arrangements, and my seat was right at the front.
Oh, nice.
Okay, where's Hatter?
Yeah, he's here. Don't worry. He's probably already inside. Somebody probably already let him
Here
in.
we're about to reach the security.
He's
gates.
a writer, so he knows.
You can see all the security dressed in black,
All right, here
and
we go,
they have
guys.
metal detectors so that you don't bring any weapons
We're
in
gonna get
there.
wanded in.
And of course, if
Just
you're
in
found
case.
with weapons,
All
they're
right,
either
I gotta
disarm
shut
you
that
or they reject you. Again, it was crazy, but there were a lot of stars who were attending, so I guess that was a big concern. Now, this is the craziest thing. They actually built I'm thinking it's like a 1/3 scale Castle Grayskull. Sorry, not 1/3. It's basically I think 1/3 is a good guess. A 1/3 scale Castle Grayskull, or maybe it's a 2/3. Anyway, it's a smaller version of Castle Grayskull, but it looked freaking amazing.
Oh my God! Look at the size of this thing. Holy crap! That's it. This is incredible. All right, we got to go check our tickets.
It was
Oh
like
my
really
God, this is
being there,
crazy.
guys. It was
All right, here we go.
crazy.
All right, where are we going?
Here's the thing: I didn't even recognize the
Okay,
Chinese
so
theater because the
Pete,
Chinese theater was
where's Pete?
completely blocked by that Castle Grayskull. It was crazy.
Oh, there he is, man.
Hey,
The man
there's
himself.
Colt.
We're here.
Absolutely.
Good to see you.
All right, so here we go. This is, and of course,
Let's go.
there he is.
There's Sean.
Oh my God, Sean, we're here, man. We're here. We're doing it.
We got
and
it.
like I said, Colt's right behind us. Everybody's doing their thing. This is absolutely nuts.
Yes.
Oh man,
Incredible.
what is life right now, Sean? What is life right now?
What is
I
life?
cannot
You
believe
answer it.
all of us are here together.
Yes.
This is crazy.
Oh my
All right.
gosh.
Anyway, we're on the longest line, Sean.
I don't know.
The A's and B's and C's. Yeah, we're in. I'm on B. All right. Crazy. All right.
AJ got
See
his
you guys
tickets
next-
pretty quickly. But we met so many wonderful people there. People who watch our channels and fans. It was awesome.
Yes, man. Keep this out,
Oh,
you guys.
man, in the house.
Yeah,
Look at
this is
your
a
red
pretty
Check this
crazy.
out.
Oh my
You know,
God.
another
Look at
wonderful
this. We're all
YouTube
here.
channel.
Everybody's
Definitely
celebrating
check him
this.
out.
This is the time.
I flashed his card and check out his
the
channel.
right there. That's
He's
Infinite's
amazing.
royalty right there.
I'm
But
right
we are
in the
here.
Grayskull right now.
Oh yeah,
This
that's
is ridiculous.
Absolutely. Good to see you, brother.
You as well.
Yeah, and
Well.
guys, definitely.
Good times.
Keep this out. You got us all.
See ya.
Guys, look, it's Adam. Oh my gosh.
Hi.
Dude, we're seeing everybody here, man. This is crazy.
cosplayers
I just
were
want to say
on
hi to Adam.
point as well.
I'm the biggest fan. I really am.
These guys really made the day.
I had to say hi.
And of
See you, brother. We'll
course,
see you inside.
the rest of the
All right.
staff was there. That's Micah
himself.
right
He's
there.
the crown master. He is. There
He was
is.
wearing
How
his
you doing?
his crown.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
awesome
yeah.
to see
Crazy.
him there.
Line's moving. I got to move with it, but I had to say hi to Micah. Good to see you, brother. We'll see you inside.
I kind of assumed that, you know.
All right.
It was great seeing everybody there. Like again, just sharing that moment with so many different people. It was incredible.
Well, guys, it took forever, but we got in, man. Everybody got in. And oh my God, look who it is!
Oh my God, it's Mega J.
Oh
That's
my
Ted
God,
Biaselli.
everybody's here, guys. It's freaking awesome.
Of course,
Oh
you
my
guys
God.
know
Look at-
he's
look at these
Gwildor.
guys.
He is
Oh my God,
Gwildor.
it's crazy. Of course, everybody's
I wish I
checking
could be
in.
Gwildor, but
We
he's
got our
actually
ticket,
Gwildor.
right? So this is incredible.
I love you, Walt. I will keep
Oh,
what you did.
very.
Can you take a picture for me?
Yeah, of course. All right, give me a second.
Yeah, it was just a huge party.
Just want to say hi.
Hey, brother, what's
My
going
name's
on?
Kevin. I'm going to be at the convention this weekend.
Dude,
so-
we got everybody coming. It's freaking
Shout out to
awesome.
Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin. I really
He
appreciate
saw
it.
me in the crowd and
Good to see you,
basically
man.
wanted to
See
say
you,
hi.
Kevin.
Yep.
This
It was
weekend.
awesome
It's
to
gonna be
see
great.
everybody there.
I'm just
It was-
hunting for
it was
guys,
great.
you know, who are real assholes. Sometimes they don't know what they're doing. They're full of themselves. And
There he is, Hatter himself.
Look at this. Look at this. The Hatterite himself.
How you doing?
Oh, let's go. Oh, look at that.
How you doing?
Good to see you, Hatter. Well,
See you, buddy.
how you been, brother?
I've been hot.
He's been hot. He is
Very
hot.
hot.
He is. Dude, what is that? Look at these blazers. It's freaking boiling here, but we have to. Oh,
We gotta represent.
look at that. That's what we're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta
That
represent.
is the official right there.
Yes,
That's what we're talking
here.
about. I need one of them shirts available.
We gotta get you one.
Of course, available at toystalker.com. Don't forget about that. It is. So, you know, I'm going to catch up with Hatter, guys. We'll see you in a bit.
But the crowds were absolutely bonkers.
Guys, this is crazy. Look at this entire crew. Oh, my God. It's a freaking party here. Everybody's just swarming. There's Skeletor right there, freaking doing his thing. And of course, in front of the mighty Castle Grayskull. Holy crap. Oh my
You
God.
can just see how
What
big
life right
it
now,
is.
guys? This
It
thing
was-
is a
it was
freaking
just incredible.
one-to-one size castle.
Absolutely incredible.
They should
thing
use
there.
this in the movie. They probably did use this in the movie at some point. But this thing's freaking massive. Massive universe premiere, guys. I can't believe it. We're here. And this is just awesome. Oh my gosh.
So Danny and I took a moment to actually take a picture in front of Grayskull, and
This is crazy, dude. Oh my gosh. Everybody's here. We're all celebrating. This is Master of the Universe, guys. This is the premiere. Castle freaking Grayskull, everybody. Oh my God. Let's get in there. Let's watch this movie, guys. This is going to be freaking great. Freaking insane.
but it was the inside was great too, because they actually literally took everything over inside the Chinese theater. Check this out.
All right, look at this. The Master of the Universe is literally taken over the concession stand. And for us who are here to witness this and privilege it, it is actually free. Can you freaking believe it? The most expensive popcorn in the world, and yet it's free. It's freaking awesome. Sweet.
We even got free popcorn. It was crazy.
All right, cool. We get these He-Man popcorn boxes, which are awesome. Sour Patch Kids and a He-Man to drink collectible cup. Sweet. All right, we're ready tonight, man. We're actually getting popcorn. What's upside down?
There goes my ADD. Turn it upside down.
All right, guys, let's go inside.
And this was the entrance into. Apparently, the Chinese theater holds like 1,000 people or something. It was nuts. It was absolutely.
All right, let's go inside. We're looking for Micah because we want a picture of the entire council. But the problem is, I'm pretty sure they're gonna say you can't come back out, but we'll find out what. Holy crap! This place really is big. Jesus.
It's hard to see in
Oh
the
my
dark.
God.
I wish I had
Hold on, let me see
better.
if I can-
I wish I could show you
Oh no,
better
I can't.
lighting.
Dude,
But it was like
hard to
1,000
show,
people
but
inside one
This
place.
place
It
is
was nuts.
massive. Like low lighting conditions, whatever. I hope you guys can see something. But let me see if we can find Micah. Let me see what's going on. Guys, I'm in the dark here, but Danny and I mean, this is. Oh, sorry, Danny. I stepped on Danny's foot. Oh my gosh, it's so dark in here. But yeah, man, this is what it is. This is like Danny. Did you ever think we would ever be here, man? Like this is crazy. This is nuts, dude. This is crazy. We're seeing producers. We're seeing people we've only dreamed about seeing. So that's freaking awesome.
I met some actors outside already. It's pretty cool, man.
It's crazy.
So, yeah.
And we're in the dark. We're in the freaking dark. All right, guys.
Oh, this is epic.
We're just gonna take our seats and we're gonna get ready for the movie. We'll see you guys. And we can't show the movie though. We'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, you guys cannot see this. It's impossible to see them. But here's the swag bag, and like I said, it's black. Like a great move. But there it is. It is a freaking swag bag. Thank you. Got my Vanna White here. And on the inside, oh, there it is. Yes. Right. And you know what?
I had the
Let me try
brilliant
something
idea of
else.
turning on my light.
There it is.
we go. That was it.
All right. People are going to hate me for that. But there it is. Yes. Yes. What's inside? What's inside there? What do we got?
This was really cool.
It's a zip.
They really
Oh,
took
it's a
care of
zip
it.
tote.
But both
gotta love
Mattel and Amazon MGM, they give us.
And
a
on the
whole
inside, we
bunch
have
of
the
stuff.
power sword, which is beautiful. Oh my God, that's a different power sword. I thought it was something completely different, but that is beautiful. Wow, that is incredible. And then, we got figures in here. What? We got Tila. What? Beautiful. And who's the other one? Oh, Skeletor. Excellent. Mattel's treating us really well for this film. Awesome. Thank you. Look at that. Woo. Sweet.
I thought that was the biggest thing that I could have, like the surprise that they could have. But then they did something even better. They actually brought the actors and the director onto the stage. I think we all expected it, but it was awesome finally seeing them happen.
And now, it's our pleasure to introduce the filmmaker who brought this world to life with such imagination, scale, and passion. The incomparable director of Masters of the Universe.
By the way, these are the Amazon MGM executives. Let's sort of skip ahead. Have a good night, everybody.
I feel fairly comparable. Anyway, thank you, Sue. Thank you, Julie. And I want to give a special thanks to the entire Amazon and Jim family, led by the esteemed Mike Hopkins and Courtney Glenzie, and of course our friends at Mattel, especially Iman and Robbie. They believed in this movie every step of the way. They supported us every step of the way. We wouldn't be here without them, so thank you so much for all of that. Yes. And thank you guys, because you guys showed up here.
Good one, Mike.
Yeah.
Voluntarily left your homes, put on proper clothes, I see. That's appreciated. Brave LA traffic, be here in actual cinema to watch a movie based on a 1980s toy line whose central premise was basically Conan the Barbarian.
Oh my God, he actually said it. He said it.
That's pretty much it. I mean, there's a bunch of bullshit about like magic swords and magic skull faces and all that. That's pretty cool. But you know what? That's enough, because that, my friends, is culture. Yeah. I mean, yes, it was. The ancient Greeks had Homer, the Odyssey, the British Empire had Shakespeare, and we got He-Man.
We got
That's
Master
right.
Universe.
That's right.
That's right. Absolutely.
Fuck yeah. So look, I mean, there's one thing about Master Universe, it was not subtle. It was basically, it was the 1980s excess distilled down to its finest form. It was completely out there. It was deranged. It was simple.
That's right.
I discovered Master Universe when I was 8 years old. I played with toys. I studied the video comics like they were sacred scripture. I watched the Filmation cartoon. I completely remember Adam's, beginning speech of every cartoon. I could say it for you now, but I won't.
He doesn't do it. But he does introduce all of the other actors, and that's where things pretty much blew up.
There's too many more casting crew for me to name it. I'm sorry for that. You know who you are. You know you're awesome. I would encourage all of you, whether here or at the after party, you see them on the streets, give them a high five, pat them on the back, give a sports guy a chest bump. Actually, don't do that. So let them know how awesome they are, because they are awesome. There's a handful of folks that I do want to bring on stage with me here tonight. Starting with He-Man himself. Now, yes. You can't have a He-Man movie without He-Man. Man, it's a good movie shit. Now, He-Man, those are big, furry, hot pants to fill, right? I mean, that's a hard role to fill. Fill the meat, and he is glorious. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to put your hands together. The most powerful man in the universe, your He-Man, my friend, Nick Gallagher.
There he is. The most powerful man in the universe.
Yes. No, he's good. I know it's totally bullshit. We don't like each other. Also, He-Man can't do it by himself. He gets by with a little help from his friends, and we have his friends here tonight. The leading lady, the warrior goddess, Tila herself, the luminous, Camila Mendez. It took so long for you to walk out and stop it. Okay, so
She was blinding everybody with that dress.
rounding out the triumvirate of heroes, we have
You're a secret.
Man-at-Arms,
Yes.
the coolest guy in the entire world, Idris Elba.
He had the loudest shout. Everyone loves Idris Elba.
We're not done yet with the heroes. We also have the sorceress, the majestic, Rena Beckery!
Atlanta background, man. She was glorious in the movie. She really was. She is.
Yes.
Sorry, she is.
Well, they're not all good guys on the tournament. There's some baddies as well. And we have a woman who got the evil in Evil Lynn. Ladies and gentlemen, the wicked and wickedly talented Allison Brie! You know what? Yes, as far as I know this movie, this is not the first time that He-Man has graced the silver screen. He was on screen once before. And he was
Oh man, here it comes.
To be honest with you, you'll see it.
Oh, woo!
The legendary Dolph Lundgren!
Oh yeah! Woo! Woo! Yeah!
Yeah, baby.
There he is!
Movie He-Man.
Now, if you just indulge me a moment, also, I just want to take a second to acknowledge the masters of my universe, my family, the Knights and Fitzpatrick, especially my wife, who somehow found the inner strength to support me while I spent years obsessing over a half-naked man who rides a giant green tiger and carries a sword the size of a canoe paddle. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen.
It was great seeing all these stars together. One thing you might notice is that Jared Leto was not there, which I think was a surprise for all of us. Don't know what happened. He wasn't at the premiere, which is a shame because a lot of people do like his Skeletor was actually very, very good. But I guess we'll get into that a little bit later. But this is what happened after they left the screen.
Okay, that was crazy. Everybody was here, and now we're going to get to watch the show. Oh my God, this is crazy. This is nuts. Let's enjoy this, guys.
Yes.
We're all here. Oh, here we go.
I gotta tell you, this gave me chills, especially here, right here. Watch.
Oh, yeah! Woo! Woo! Oh my God, so good. Mattel! Woo!
You see the angle? The angle. I'm watching it literally like a wall, of what I'm watching, and my neck is so far up. It's a freaking crazy one, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
All that stuff that only exists in legends and bedtime stories.
Obviously, I'm going to stop it there. So, what did I think? I think that's the biggest question that a lot of people are going to be asking, right? What did I think of the movie? And there have been a lot of videos now. Pixel Dan gave his take on it. Jay of Geek That Life also gave his take on it. And it's funny because they were actually at the premiere, and we were all at the premiere, but I did not run into either of them. Mike said he ran into Pixel Dan. Some of the guys said that they ran into Jay. Hatter said he ran into Jay, and I was like, "This is weird. I didn't run into any of them." And I ran into a lot of people. But yeah, suffice it to say, and this is me as a fan of this property. I truly was overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed by the premise of the film, the scope of the film, everything about it. And I love the 1987 Master Universe film. But we're talking about 39 years later, right? 39 years later, everything's changed. High definition cameras. The film itself, the way it was shot, the sets of the sets themselves, everything about the film was bigger and grander, and just the scope itself, and it in and of itself was a really great film. And that's the thing. What a lot of people are going to come away with this. I hope that they come away with that, like looking at this film objectively and realizing that it's actually a really, really great film. Is it the best film in the world? Probably not. It really is a film which is geared towards a younger audience. But for those of us who are Masters of the Universe fans, for those of us who grew up in the 80s, it really will tug at your heartstrings. It really will remind you very much of what it was like back in the 80s, and kind of like transport you back in time. Adam's opening monologue that you see in the beginning. I mean, I obviously I can't show the whole thing, but the film does a really great job of setting everything up and explaining the story in such a way that is fun and engaging. The characters themselves are relatable. They're very, very grounded in today's realities. and today's sensibilities, which I think is something that, depending on how you feel about the world today, that might swing you one way or the other. But as far as anything else, as far as a movie is concerned, it's actually a really good look, and somewhat of a good commentary on society as a whole today, which is interesting because they do touch on those parallels for where we are in our society. Not that you should dwell on that. Not that you should dwell on that at all. Not like I just mentioned it because I remember that now. The characters themselves, yeah, they're over the top. One of the best things that I can tell everybody is that every single character, like monsters, villains, heroes, my God, Travis Knight tried his best, and I do mean his absolute best, to keep every character true to their Mattel counterparts. Oh my God. Did he ever try his best to make sure that everybody is the right color, everybody has the right powers, everybody is exactly who they're supposed to be? And I tip my hat to that. That's not easy to do. I mean, most of the costumes, and to a certain degree, depending on what scene you're looking at, they pay homage to the Masters of the Universe from as many of the different eras as they could. Whether it was the 1987, whether it was with the toy line, whether it was the Filmation series, whether it was well, not so much New Adventures. New Adventures is another thing entirely, but they really did pay attention to all that. 2000X, Revelation, and even Revelation and Revolution. They really did try their best to actually stick to a character design which would be recognizable by all Master of the Universe fans. And I think that really is one of its absolute strengths. Travis Knight in his speech literally says that this is a world which is just absolutely, like bonkers. It really is. I can't remember the exact word he used, but he said that it was just, just an absolute, crazy adventure that Mattel took us down. And he did not want to change a thing. That was his big thing. He said he did not want to change anything. He wanted to keep as true to the characters as absolutely possible. And he succeeded. He really did. The tone of the film is, and a lot of people are using this term, and I don't want to downplay this that much, but it's sort of true. It has a very Marvel-esque feel. It is lighthearted. It has a lot of moments which are very serious, but it gets dark. There are points in the movie where it gets really, really dark, and you're like, whoa, like it actually takes you like, wow, that actually happened. They actually went there. And there is a lot of people who don't come back. I'll put it that I think that's probably how I'll put it. There are people in the film who do not come back. I think that's probably sets you up for like the fact that it's a growing up tale. It is a tale of someone who takes a hero's journey, and I'm taking that from a good friend of mine who watched the earlier cuts and was in testing audiences. It's true. There are many people in this movie who take hero's journeys and who actually character development is very strong in this film. But it is an origin story in so much that Adam has to discover himself, and along the way he finds out more about the people around him, the people who he remembers, the people who he loves. And it's an interesting look and again, character study on someone who remembers certain realities, but at the same time doesn't exactly remember them how through the eyes of a child. Let's just say that. But he takes those memories and it never really leaves him. And it's crazy the way his journey goes. It's a lot. There is a lot of growth in this film as well, not just by Adam, but by many characters. And it really is something truly special. There are some points which I will go ahead and say are probably going to be difficult for audiences who do not know of Master Universe. The film does actually do an incredible job of presenting characters as they are, but it doesn't really go beyond introducing a character and basically, if you're a Master Universe fan, you know exactly who they are. You know that that's Goatman. You know that that's Spycar. You know that that's Triclops. You know that that's what's it called? Trapjaw, right? And the way they introduce the characters, it's very clever. It really is very clever. But it sort of doesn't really go beyond that. So, you know, you have a character and they're a baddie, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much like what you know. But because we are Master Universe fans, that's okay. Somebody coming into it who's not necessarily a fan might get a little bit lost. However, and this is the really cool thing about it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the film is good enough and is again rooted in today's sensibilities that I think that everyone will be able to enjoy this film, no matter what walk of life you come from. Whether you're whether you were born in 1980s, whether you're born in whether you were a kid of the 80s or whether you are a child of today. I think that there's a lot of things which can take you can take away from this film and still enjoy it. There are a lot of bonuses in the film as well, and I really can't talk about those. But what I will say is that you should not get up off your seat. You should stay where the F you are and just sit down until the very end of the film. Do not move. Okay? Stay, watch the credits, talk amongst yourselves, have a great time while you're discussing, what you saw and what you were doing, but do not leave your seat. Okay? That's the one thing I have to absolutely stress. Make sure you stay until the very end because the bonuses that they give in the film are for the fans. They truly are for the fans, and they are worth sticking around. You know how some Marvel movies, you wait until the end of the film, it's just this kind of like, kind of fizzle, and you're like, oh, I stayed until the end for that? Yeah, no, that doesn't happen here. The payoff for the very end of the film is worth sticking around for. It really, truly is worth the wait. So you definitely should stick around for the very final scene in the film. Now, what were my overall thoughts? My overall thoughts is pretty much this. If you love this property, if you are even familiar with this property in any sort of regard, like whether or not you just know who He-Man is, you know who Skeletor is, you sort of know who the other characters are, you're gonna have a fabulous time. It's gonna be a lot of fun, particularly if you are a Marvel movie fan. If you're into superhero movies, you're definitely gonna love this film. Now I don't want to give you that and you basically expect that it's gonna be the greatest film ever. No, I am definitely not saying it's the greatest film ever. It's got its flaws. It definitely has. But it is a fun ride. So that's for that. But as I said earlier, if you are not a fan of Master Universe, if you don't really know the characters, if you're not too familiar with them, you have a slight inkling as to who they are. Maybe the video game is getting you interested. Maybe there are other social medias that have piqued your interest because you've seen them all over the place, because Mattel and Amazon and MGM Studios are pumping a crap ton of money into this for the advertising and for the awareness campaigns. And again, everybody, right? It's all over social media right now. So if you're going into it with that and you're a younger person looking to watch this film and saying, what is Master Universe? I don't know what that is. And you go into the film thinking, okay, I'm gonna see this. I have no understanding of the film. I have no preconceived notions of it, whether it's going to be good, bad, whatever it's going to be. Heck, you don't care. You just want to see a good movie. If you go in it thinking, okay, this is a new experience. I want to see what Master Universe is. You'll have a good time if you just basically accept the movie and watch it on its own merits. Yes, you will enjoy the film, or you can enjoy the film. Yes, you can. But if you go into thinking these characters are cheesy, I don't understand, why are these people here? Of course, that's really going to set you up for any number of things to really nitpick about in the film, right? But if you go into it with an open mind, if you go into it thinking, okay, this is going to be a cool comic book movie. Why is Nicholas Galitzine in shirtless? Let's be honest, guys. Nicholas Galitzine goes shirtless a lot in his films. Okay, so it's just another fun ride. And you know what? That, I think, will definitely gain an audience, a younger audience, who accept the film. Now, here's the one crazy thing about this, and I really am crossing my fingers. I really am crossing my fingers that this happens, that something happens, the magic happens, like with Barbie. If, and I do mean if Masters of the Universe finds its audience, not just the 40-year-olds, not just like myself and everybody out there who's really 40 plus year olds. I'm almost 50 now. If we are definitely going to watch it, just for the good times, just for the memories. But if it finds its own audience, if it finds the people who are comic book fans or anime fans, who are toy fans, right, today, right, if it finds its audience, I'm confident a sequel is guaranteed. All right, I'm going on a limb on saying that, and that's me. I'm the one who basically said, you got to remember that I am one of those people. I'm who basically said, I'll believe it when I see it, and I saw it. And I can tell you right now, as objective as I can be, because it's really hard for me to be objective. Okay, it really is hard for me objective. But if I'm being objective, if I can separate myself from the fan in me to the person who's just basically, coming in with it with no expectations, which again is very, very hard. I can see this doing extremely well and finding its audience and then getting a sequel 100%. And they've set it up for a sequel quite nicely. I can't tell you why. I can't tell you how. But all I'm saying is don't leave your freaking seat. Stay in your seat. Make sure you watch this film from beginning to end. And you will have a fabulous time. And like I said, if it finds its audience, a sequel is nearly guaranteed. It is a great film. It is not. It's not. It's not Oscar worthy by any means. I don't think that they're going to win any Oscars. Maybe for special effects, because they had some really cool special effects. All right, but man, it was a hell of a ride. I could not stop smiling from beginning to end. There were times where I was just screaming at the screen, and I couldn't help myself. I was really every time a character would do something, or the transformation sequence alone had me wanting to get up and freaking clapping. It was so well done. It was so well done in terms of Master Universe lore, in terms of staying true to the characters, in terms of doing what all of us as fans wanted to do. It was glorious. It really was glorious. And again, I don't want to paint the wrong picture here. I don't want you thinking that this is the dream of all Master Universe fans. No, this is my dream, right? When I went in there and watched it, it was everything that I wanted it to be. That's not to say it's going to be everything that you want it to be, but I'm telling you, if you go in with just that you're going to enjoy or hopefully enjoy a Master Universe movie, if you're a fan, you're definitely going to enjoy it, I think. But if you already have certain reservations, there are people out there who are sort of determined to get people in a mood where they're skeptical about it, and they're like, oh, question this and oh, question that. You know what? Go in and make your own decision, right? Go in and watch the film and really take it in for yourself and make your own decision about whether or not it was a good film. Because nobody else can tell you if it is or it's not. Even me just telling you what I think, you shouldn't take that as 100% Bible. You should just go ahead and watch it yourself and have a good time, or try to have a good time, right? That's really what it boils down to. But all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, if this finds its audience, I can see it easily getting a sequel, which I am totally hoping for, because it was really an incredible ride. And I really hope, and I was watching it like this, here, let's just go back really quick for a quick second. I'll show you really quickly. This was the way I watched it.
Griffins, dragons, talking pirates, enchanted forests, burned deserts.
One thing I will say about it is the opening monologue is so great. It has that very much. It has a very much a what's it called, a never-ending story feel. It really feels very much like the never-ending story, which is freaking awesome. There's a lot of things to take in. After the show, I got to take pictures with a lot of the cosplayers who were there, and it was freaking awesome seeing them all in their costumes. The He-Man and She-Ra here, London Hartsu and God, I'm gonna get this wrong. Heroic Armor Works. I think I got that right. They were actually at the show, and they were our featured cosplayers, and they did an amazing job. They did the cosplay judging. It was so much fun having them as guests. It was great. The She-Man there, the female He-Man. Don't know her name. Would love to find out who she was, because she did an amazing job, and she was just killing it. And then of course it was just down to the freaking look at this right after the film, everybody just spilled out into the red carpet.
Madness! Look at this madness, guys. This is the way it's supposed to be. A treat for the masses, a treat for the fans. This is how it's supposed to be, guys. This is freaking crazy. Oh my God!
You really get to see how big Castle Grayskull was.
It's incredible.
It was insane.
So good.
You can just barely see the Chinese, the Chinese theater in the
This is
background.
great.
It's freaking
If you
amazing.
guys are like us, you will love what this movie is all about. It's freaking, it hits all the notes, man. Seriously, it hits all the notes.
That's really what it boiled down to. It really did, for me anyway. It hit all the notes for what I wanted for our film.
Here's the main problem for a lot of us. We were watching the movie like this. Okay, this is the movie we were watching. I'm watching this 6 and 7 times to see the real movie, because I didn't see it enough.
You guys got
Right?
to see the
I didn't
stars
see
up
it.
close.
It's just true. I got that on video. So yeah, we did get a lot. It was an amazing moment. It really was. Andre's doing his thing. Everybody's here. It's freaking amazing, guys. What a beautiful night. Let's get everybody. Where's Sean?
Over here.
Where is Sean?
We wanted to get a
Sean's doing his
shot
own
of
thing.
everybody.
All right, but anyway.
It was hard to find Sean. There's Sean. So then we're gonna
All
get
right,
it for a
guys.
group shot.
This is the MOTUNIVERSE crew and Black Angus. Where's everybody? Okay, Sean, where are you? There we are. The MOTUNIVERSE crew is here, and we took it all in. Guys, on 3, 2, 1, right? We have the power? All right, 3, 2, 1. We have the power! Woo! All right, guys. We'll see you at MOTUNIVERSE, guys. We'll see you at MOTUNIVERSE.
It's right here.
Yeah, it was truly a special moment. And
there it is, everybody. Castle Grayskull takeover from the Chinese theater. My God, what a freaking setup. Mattel and Amazon MGM have spared no expense whatsoever. They really did it this time, man. I've never been to a premiere before, but what an experience! My God, this is
I
amazing.
honestly have never seen an advertising campaign the way they've really gone about this for this film. I mean, like, it's everywhere. The takeovers, like, you know, the Chinese theater here. If you look
There
at
it
this
is, guys. The
right?
freaking boulevard.
The Sunset Boulevard here, they took over the entire street, like the whole freak. I'm just going to fast forward through this, but they took through the whole freaking street with this wraparound, right? They've got Skeletor and his Bone Throne. They have only in theaters June 5th. You see Eternos, right? And it's all lit up at night, so you can actually see it in the evening. You see Roboto here, right? Then there's Danny, right? You see Roboto here. You see the Castle Grayskull's here, and you can even sit inside of Castle Grayskull and take a photo. Camila Mendes herself actually sits down here for a social media moment, right? And again, you can see the fire in the background. It was so great. And again, like, this is not cheap, guys. This is a really expensive campaign. Sean, he took the opportunity to do the same thing. So did I. Danny, he also did one. So there you go. There's my moment. And of course, or was it Danny? There he goes. Danny also took the chance to sit, in the mouth of Castle Grayskull. But you see all the actors here. You see Idris Elba. You see Nicholas Galitzine. You see Camila Mendes. Right? They're all focused, and really Mattel and Amazon MGM Studios are really putting a lot of money behind this advertising, and they really would not be doing that if they didn't believe in this film. I think that really speaks volumes as to how they expect this film to do, or how they hope that this film is going to do. And I really do hope for the absolute best. You can see somebody already took a punch at Evelyn's face. What the heck, dudes? Like, seriously, that's a straight punch right there. But then you see, I don't know why anybody would do that too. That's kind of terrible, but it is Hollywood. You see Beastman, you see Spikor, you see Trapjaw. You know what I mean? And of course, you see the Lord of Destruction, Skeletor, right here. Massive Skeletor, and again, and the eyes light up. It was beautiful. So why wasn't Jared Leto there? Some controversy has recently been surrounding Jared Leto, and I think that they wanted to separate themselves from this because there's a lot of money being put behind this film, and I think that Amazon MGM just does not want to take any risks on that level. So, for whatever reason, they basically said, whatever reason, he was not at the premiere, which is sad. It really is sad. In my opinion, that's sad. That is a really sad thing.
Yeah, guys.
Because, really, he deserved to be there. I truly feel that his performance was really well done. I've watched a lot of Jared Leto films. Not films, but Mobius is Mobius. A Morbius. So Morbius is Morbius. I mean, that is what it is. He did the Joker. It was an interesting Joker. It wasn't the best Joker. It's kind of weird depending on who you are, right? But Tron Legacy, he was pretty good in that. You know what I mean? And it was a little bit, he's a bit deadpan. I mean, like he's an automaton really, but he did an okay job in that. I mean, he's done great roles in the past, right? And this one definitely is a role which he took and championed. And if everything's to be believed, by the way, as I said, they spent a lot of money on this premiere. I mean, the billboard advertising, the walkway, everything about this premiere was just top freaking notch. It was insane, and they wouldn't be spending this kind of money if they didn't believe in this film. I truly believe that. So I am hoping for the best for this film because there was a lot of love and attention and a lot of things that went into this film, and people can see it. When you see the film, I think you'll agree. There a lot of people were involved in this film and really have helped to make it and bring it to life. And it really was an incredible experience for all of us who were there and were able to experience it. And everyone will be able to experience it in the next 3 or 4 days, 5 days. And it's going to be a great time. I think that if you go to see it on opening day, please do. I think it's going to be great for everyone to experience this film in theaters. And yeah, I think that it is setting itself up really well for a sequel. So yeah, that essentially that's what happened. And man, it was just great being there with the MOTUNIVERSE crew, hanging out on the purple carpet, because it wasn't the red carpet, it was a purple carpet, and really taking in all the sights, taking in all the scenes, and watching a great film from start to finish. And yeah, I'm really hoping for the very best for this film because I want a sequel. I want multiple sequels. I want this to become a huge franchise, and it'll be freaking awesome if that actually comes to pass. So yeah, it was a privilege, an absolute privilege to be there. I want to thank Mike of Attorney Royalty for helping all of us on the MOTUNIVERSE staff. The Council of Elders, that's what we call ourselves, in being able to get to the premiere. Mike, huge shout out to you, brother. Like, wow, what an incredible opportunity, and I'll never forget it. It's something that will stay with me for the rest of my life. It really was a once in a lifetime moment. Grand TG, was it good? Yes, it was freaking amazing. And again, that's me as a fan, but and a lifelong Master of the Universe fan. Yes, it was absolutely amazing. And of course, a lot of people are going to compare it to 1987 movie. I don't think you have anything to be worried about. It is a great film, even though it has Earth elements. I think it's not a spoiler to go ahead and tell everybody. I don't think it's a spoiler to say that you don't have to worry about it being on Earth for more than half the film. It's on Earth for very little time. I can't tell you how much. I can't tell you why, but it doesn't stay on Earth very long. Let's just leave it at that. There's no concern about it staying on Earth because it doesn't. It really doesn't. Yeah, Mike. Of course, it was absolutely bonkers. It was great. Mr. Lucius P. People are underestimating this. They have no idea what's coming. I agree. I totally agree. Ryan Ventek, you must have been sitting near Jacob. I saw you on Jacob's video. Maybe I might have been sitting near Jacob. It's possible. I'm not sure. Grant G. The woman who plays Tila is gorgeous. I cannot disagree with you. This is true. Like Bruno, I can't wait to see the movie. This is getting me so pumped up. Yes, it is glorious. SA, what's going on, brother? Jay, where can we watch the MOTUNIVERSE panels? You know what? I'll put a few of them on tonight. Tonight we'll take a look at a few of them. Not the whole thing. So I'll show a few key moments. That way you can enjoy a few key moments of our panels. Tony Rote, we haven't posted them yet. They'll probably up in the MOTUNIVERSE YouTube channel. I agree. Mike is correct. Motu Prince, we're all still 10, Jay. It sure feels like it when you're in that theater. I'll tell you right now. Geek Illustrated Dad, what's going on, brother? Yes, thanks for this video, Jay. It warms my heart to see Motu events at the event. Oh, dude, it was crazy. It was so insane. It was awesome. It really was awesome. Being among the people, being among our people, it was incredible. I ate Whoopi Goldberg queef. Dang, I can't believe I said that. So glad I caught your thoughts on the film, man. I know humor is subjective, but is it too goofy? Yes, I know the cartoon was, but man, it would be great if the humor didn't trump up the cool / serious / drama. Is it too goofy? No, I don't think it's too goofy. I think that how can I say this properly? I think meme culture has contributed a lot to films of this type, and I think that's probably where I'm going to leave it at that. I think that if you understand what I'm trying to say there, I think you'll understand what I mean. The humor is quite good, and like I said, it's on par with Mattel humor. Sorry, with Marvel humor. I'll put it that way. I think that's probably the best way to explain it. Ryan Ventek. In the 80s toyline, Motu was summed up by Rudy Obrero's Battle Cat packaging art. That's what I want to see. But I don't recognize much of that in this movie. Well, brother, you know what? If you are going to judge every film based on, the types of things that we saw from the earliest versions of Master Universe, then yes, of course, you're not going to get that. I'm not even gonna try and candy coat it for you. You're not getting that. That is not what you'll see. However, I will say that Battle Cat and Cringer might surprise you. I'm going to leave it at that. So if that's something that you're actually looking for, you never know. But you'll never know until you watch it. But again, I'll leave it at that. I ate. I'm not going to read the rest. Also, I love that Mike's laugh. That Mike guy's laugh, and the dude who runs He Media. Forget his name. It's AJ. Love their passion so much. Warms my heart. Reignited a lot of my love for Masters, and always did love it. But theirs is also there. Absolutely, my friend, 100%. Excitement is fantastic, 100%. It was incredible being there. Grant GT, is Mossman in it? Yes, that has been confirmed. Actually, that's been confirmed by multiple sources. So the answer is yes, Mossman is in it. He is a quick pick clip of him, Fisto, Ramman, and some random chick looking at the Sword of Power was shown online. Correct. Is Buzz-Off in it? You know what? I'm not going to answer that. It's probably best if you find out. Step in Theater, 6335. You can only know if it's good according to your taste when you see the movie. Correct. I agree. That is actually exactly the way it should be. Chet is excited to see it. Guys, please wish Chet a happy birthday. Actually, if it's his birthday in 3 hours for him, but right now it's already his birthday here in Toronto. So, guys, please wish Chet Maddox a happy birthday because he was instrumental in helping MOTUNIVERSE get off the ground. So, Chet, happy birthday, my friend, and good journey. I wonder who the girl is spinning in a quick fighting Skell Knights. I wonder why they stuck a random regular girl instead of an actual cool character like Cyclone, Snoutspout, or somebody. I don't know really. When you finally find out who she is, you learn some stuff. I think that's probably the only thing I can tell you. Julio's Pedo Jr. Julio's Pedo Jr. Again, I apologize for screwing up your name, bro. Hoping for the best at the box office. Me too. Micah, and the sequel will be a banger. Abso-freaking-lutely. 100%. I totally agree with that statement. I ate. I thought Masters 2000X had such an amazing balance of humor and seriousness. Love Mattel's cartoon action figures, 100%. It's getting pretty crazy with how that's developing. Motu Prince, the trailers alone are better than any movie I've seen in quite some time. Well, then you're going to love the movie, my friend. Eternal Road to yes, correct, Jeremy from Heroic Armor Works. Yes, I got it. I didn't know if I was going to get that right. Joni Blues, I may be the only one thinking it, brother, but I think a sequel is already planned and ready. Dude, that would be so sick. That would be so freaking amazing. Oh my God, that would be awesome. If Superman has Supergirl and Superman 2 already a sure thing, I think Amazon MGM is already on it. That would be incredible, dude. That would be incredible. Future DC Warrior, Cool 360. I'm so hyped after seeing your reaction, Jay. I bet all of us OG He-Man fans are in for a treat. Dude, I think you're right. I really do think you're right. I totally think that anyone who's a Master Universe fan will love this film. Ryan Ventek. I haven't seen any advertisements anywhere except Empire Mag and the Pixel Dance. And there's a woman on YouTube that does jump rope dance videos who's promoting it this week. There's nothing on UK TV, which is unfortunate, I guess. But here in North America, it's being pumped like crazy. Like the number of advertisements on YouTube, on billboards, on television, it's absolutely nuts. Denny's has a full menu. Krispy Kreme Donuts has like themed donuts. It's crazy how many Master Universe tie-ins they have. They have freaking cat food. It's freaking bonkers over here in North America. It's crazy. Future DC Warrior. Yep, it seems like Travis Knight's saying he already knows the sequel story. Dude, that is so great. That is so awesome if that actually comes true. Oh my God, my fingers are crossed for that, 100%. Andrew Davis, what's going on, bro? Always good to see Andrew Davis in the house. You're lucky ducks. Glad you got the time of your life, Jay. You and the MOTUNIVERSE crew deserve it. Thank you, brother. One day, we'll go see a New York premiere together, bro. You and me. Julio, 8 Tron Ares. Yes, Tron Ares for sure. Future Warrior, man, let us rules. Screw the haters. I wish he was at the premiere. Me too. I really do. He deserved to be at the premiere. It's really a shame he wasn't. Cute Cult, did you used to watch My So-Called Life? No, I have not seen it. And I heard good things. Future DC Warrior, yep, My So-Called Life was awesome. Little rules. Don't care what anyone says. He was an awesome Joker as a combo modernization of Nicholson and Romeo and Hamill in the modern day. There you go. Motu Prince, can't wait for that Blu-ray drop later this. Oh, dude. Oh my God, we were this close to having it at the show. It was crazy. Julio, how's the Sorceress? She was amazing. She is amazing. I wish I could show you that clip. It was incredible. It really was. Future Warrior. Damn, Jay, I'm so hyped for the nostalgic Jay. Do you remember getting the Master Universe records as a kid? Dude, you're tugging at my heartstrings, bro. Yes, I wish I still had them. I really do. My favorite one was the one with He-Man and Battle Cat. It was such a great audio book. From that Filmation to 1987 movie to the New Adventures and so on, an amazing ride. Absolutely. God Ravage, Pink Panther, what's going on? Me and my friends are seeing it this weekend. So excited. I am so excited to watch it again. And of course, properly this time, because I was watching it like this. Johnny Blues. I think the movie has the potential to get some new fans for a new generation. That is my hope too. That is my hope, 100%. Chad Maddox, appreciate you, Minute J. You too, brother. Happy birthday, Chad. It's awesome. Johnny Blues, the kids will love it. Micah, happy birthday, Chad. Yes, absolutely. Future Warrior. Just curious, besides Karg and Pig Boy, are there any other 1987 movie characters or Easter eggs on the film? LOL. I really can't tell you. I can't. You need to experience that part of it for yourself. It really is just. There's so many Easter eggs and so many great moments in the film. You have to go see it. You have to, and it's not long from now. I'm so glad that I'm talking about this only 5 days away, 6 days away from in some cases 3 days away for some people. I can't wait. I'm excited for everybody to watch this film. Stephen Rothy, hi Jay. I've never been excited for a movie ever. I can't wait to see this. Feeling like a kid. I feel like a kid again. Me too, brother. Me too. Christopher Parker. I've heard that the spinning lady is a character from the Motu newspaper strips. Possibly. Johnny Blues. The haters, sadly, the same fans who destroyed the Star Wars, and that's why George Lucas basically gave up and sold Star Wars to Disney. Sad. Motu Prince. Skeletor even why has a whey protein that he's pushing. Yep. It's crazy. Future DC Warrior. Last time I went to a theater in 2023, I saw The Flash and I loved it. Haven't been to theater since. Well, brother, now's the time. Motu Prince. We need Skeletor 80s exercise video now. Funny you should say that. I'm leaving it at that. Johnny Blues. Beware haters. The movie is beloved by us who were there to watch it at the premiere. I am really hoping it gets a chance at the box office. It will get a new fans for sure. Abso-freaking-lutely. Frankie Rivera. Hello, everybody. MOTUNIVERSE was absolutely awesome, and I had the time of my life going to the early premiere in Philadelphia Monday. I cannot wait. Dude, you are going to love it, man. You're going to freaking love it. Yeah, guys. So if you're asking me what was my opinion of the Master Universe movie, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I see flaws. I see things which you know I cannot be avoided. The way they filmed it, the way the story was written, but they really do a good job of trying to include all different types of audiences. And read into that how you will. Okay? I know that there are people who like to read into these things, you know. That, oh, what was that language that Jay used? He just used a particular form of language to say something like that. But no, it's not meant other than what it is. They wrote this to be as inclusive as possible for as many audiences as possible. I'm going to go ahead and say it exactly the way that is, and that's exactly the way I mean it. So if you're going to read into it like, oh, it's a secret message. No, it's not a freaking secret message. It's exactly what I said. Okay? It is exactly what I said. It is a very inclusive movie, all right? For whatever generation you come from, whether it's the 80s, whether it's the 90s, whether it's the 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. It has something for everybody, okay? And if you're gonna take that and say, oh, that's a clear sign it's not a good movie. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. And like I said, is it the best movie ever? No, it's not. Okay. Is it something that you can get into and just have fun? Absolutely. And that's the way you should take it. Okay. Now, if you're already predisposed to thinking this is not a good movie, there's nothing I can do. I can't force you to like this movie. I just can't. And if that's the way your level of thinking is, then yeah, of course, you're not going to enjoy this movie. I'll just go ahead and say that. If you're looking for a Frank Frazetta type of world, you know, like Fire and Ice and things like that, no, that's not what is in this movie. It's not. Okay. If you're looking at everybody to chop each other's heads off and, you know, be like the boys, that is not what this movie is. It's not. Right. But if you're looking for a really good grounded film that pays homage to every, you know, one of the Master Universe, except for New Adventures, I guess, you know, a history of Master Universe, and you are a fan of Master Universe, then 100% you're definitely going to love this film. I think you're going to love this film. But if you're a younger, you know, if you're younger, if you don't know who the characters are, and you're just looking for a good movie, I think you're going to have a good time. I really do. And maybe it'll make you want to learn more about Master Universe. And that is the real trick and the real reason why people will continue to love Master Universe. And I truly hope that becomes the case. And I really hope that what everyone's saying about a sequel is freaking true. Oh my God, that would be freaking awesome. Rick, Never Ending Toys. What's going on, Rick? How you doing, brother? Hi, everybody from Italy. Guys, head over to Rick Never Ending Toys and give him a like and a follow. Would love to actually, of course, you know, definitely give him a like and follow. Good to see you, brother. I saw Tohaba's Chronicle Skeletor in an animal and in an Armani suit with a purple cat. What the F? Is that in the movie? I truly hope Mattel makes Skell Knight, Eternian Guards 2-pack, and Need Trooper stat. What can I say about that? I mean, it's that figure is real. I think that's probably the best thing I can tell you. The figure is real. So yeah. Christopher Parker, what are your favorite lines by Skeletor in the trailers? Like, the universe will quake in my shadow. Yeah, that's actually a really good line. I think that from the trailers, yeah, I think, but he has a lot of other really great lines in the film. But yeah, that was definitely one of his better lines for sure. Rick, I'm gonna see the Mutu movie on the 4th of June. Dude, you're gonna enjoy it. I'm pretty sure you're gonna enjoy it. Nova Regen, what's going on, dude? Yo, those special popcorn buckets should be available in Canada this week. Got to get your pre-orders in. Yep, because they're gonna go fast. They're gonna go really, really fast. Future Warrior, I'm as hyped. Future DC Warrior, I'm as hyped for Motu as I was for Man of Steel. Definitely going to see my first theater experience in 3 years. You got me so hyped and ordering tickets on AMC this Wednesday. Thank you, Jay, dude. Enjoy it. Definitely enjoy it. The Felon Attorney. Whoa, dude, long time. What's going on? Glad you liked the movie. I know you had some doubts, but it's pretty good, brother. I was the first one to say it. I'll believe it when I see it, and you know what? I'm starting to believe it. No, I do believe it. It's an incredible film for fans, 100%. Can you tell us what sort of flaws, not being negative, all positive vibes here, but what do you think were some misses and criticisms? Of course, your opinion, generally curious. I will say that the biggest thing for me, if anything, is that if you are a new audience member, if you're somebody who's never heard or even knows what Master Universe is, there's a really good possibility you get lost through the characters. They do a good job, a humorous job of trying to explain why that is, but for the most part, yeah, a character comes on screen, they give his name, and yeah, that's about it. They don't really go too much further into that, and I think that's probably the biggest flaw. Right now, there are explanations of characters' names to a degree, and they are funny, but I think that's as far as I can tell you. You'll have to watch the film to really understand what I mean. But other than that, it might be a little bit difficult to follow from audiences who are not familiar with the property. I think that's probably the best way to explain it. That's probably its biggest flaw. Other than that, I mean, really, and I don't think this is a flaw necessarily, but if you are looking for, your version of Master of the Universe, it's not as cut and dry as that. They do their best to, incorporate and pay homage to every edition of Master Universe that's ever come out. Again, with the exception of probably New Adventures. But you can't 100% do that. So this is its own version of Master Universe. I think you have to take it as that, right? And if you can do that, then I think you're going to have a really good time. Stephen Rothy, it's very cool working where I work. I run a movie theater, and I've been watching these young kids' excitement, looking at Master Universe posters and talking about how much they want to see this movie. Too cool. My God, if that's the case, this is going to be freaking awesome. I really am very excited for kids to watch this film. Motu Prince, Future Warrior, perfectly said. MOS was epic, yes. Micah, this figure is real, but it's probably not anywhere near what you think it is. Christopher Parker, great imitation of the universe will make my great imitation of the universe will quake in my shadow. As for He-Man, I like it when he tells Skeletor, I was pulling my punches. Yep. Future Warrior, Motu Prince, heck yeah. And Ash Zombie, come out to my payday. Comes out on my payday. Yeah. So cool. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, guys, it is a very exciting, very, very exciting time for Master Universe fans. And this week, I hope to catch up on much of the news that I've missed out on. Obviously, I didn't miss out on it, but I missed out reporting on it. So, yeah, it's back to the grind for me in terms of, bringing the channel back from where I left it. I apologize for not being here, but I had a lot of things to do. I mean, MOTUNIVERSE, right? I mean, seriously, that was my main focus for this past week, and I think, if it's not too presumptuous, I think that we did a great job. I think I can say that. I don't think it's out of line to say that. I think that the MOTUNIVERSE staff did an incredible job, and you know what? I'll be the first to say that it wasn't easy. It was pretty freaking crazy, but it was fun. It was amazing, and I think that you guys will agree. It really did come at the right time, because this is the time to celebrate Master Universe, and we really did it. To that end, there was a lot of things that happened, and I wanted to share some of those things with you guys. So, yeah, we teased a lot of things that were happening throughout the weekend. Amazon and GM was huge, and we really do appreciate their support, sending us the Bone Throne, sending us the He-Man statue and the Skeletor statue. It was absolutely crazy. And you know what? It was so crazy. I'll show you. I'm just going to close all these. I'll show you a couple of things that actually transpired, because I think that you guys will have a fun time taking a look at this. For example, take a look at this. This was fun. So this was this what the show before the show opened up. This is how the Torrance Marriott looked before everything happened. So you can see a few tables strewn here and there. Tablecloths haven't been put up, but if you look carefully right here, right, I'll hit pause. You see these boxes right here, and these boxes are all from Mickle Mannequins, and they're the ones who actually created the Bone Throne and the two statues for He-Man and Skeletor. And I'm just going to go and scrub through this whole timeline so you can actually see how this actually went, because they just started disassembling everything and going through all of the pieces, and opening up all these crates. That's not a cardboard box. That's a freaking crate that they shipped these mannequins in. They were massive, absolutely freaking huge. And yeah, you could see them just going through all the process, getting everything unboxed. There's Kenny. You can see him just walking around asking questions, and you can even see some of the displays that were in the background unassembled. There you see the Bone Throne, the skeletal portion of it, and right there. So they started off with that, and then they continued to unbox everything slowly but surely. And you can see all the pieces of the Bone Throne where they started to actually put them on the ground. And it just continued like this for quite. And you see me there, just coming across. I'm taking a look at the Bone Throne. I'm like, oh my god, I got this! I got to take a picture of that. It was really cool to see that starting to come together. But yeah, the early morning of MOTUNIVERSE was just filled with. Sorry, this was not the early morning. This was the afternoon of Friday, and you could just see just how much it takes to actually put all this stuff together. So here you see them actually opening up the displays, and you can see there. You can see Tila. You see Tila. You see Man at Arms. You see Krenger, and as we scrub through, he starts disassembling a new piece, and there you see it. And they start putting on the backers, right, and starting to put all those pieces together, and start assembling the displays. And as he's doing that, eagle-eyed people will start. Eagle-eyed viewers will start to see that the Bone Throne is actually being assembled in the background. Let's take a look at that. So you can see right there. Let's get this over here. And right there, he's actually got that. And that thing's heavy. That thing is heavy as hell. And he picks up the skeleton backing, and he actually slides it into the metal frame that it sits on, right? And this continues for the next couple of hours, because it's a daunting task to actually get all of this stuff done as quickly as possible. And then we move on to there's Kenny again, good old Kenny.
Right, Kenny.
And then we move on to the actual display itself. You can see Skeletor here, finally fully erect. Yeah, that's what I said. And he's propped up, but then they probably have to put him down because it can't stand up on its own. It actually needs two other supports. That's why it was better to put it down. But then they start putting together the other side with, you can see right there, Castle Grayskull. And then we actually see, catch a glimpse of Eternia Dreams starting to move in their booth, which was freaking awesome. They came all the way from Maryland. That was insane. I remember, and huge shout out to Alan and his crew for coming all that way. They had a baby, for crying out loud. It was nuts. So you can start seeing all that action starting to happen. And yeah, we start seeing the display starting to get put, and then this mysterious thing showed up, and we're like, "What the heck is that?" Here comes Mike, and he's like, "What is this?" Mike is literally asking the question. Let's see if we can hear Mike's conversation here. Let's see if we can hear it.
You probably have to have this sit for a moment.
You can have the dollars. Okay. Get up on the Sunday. Okay. For 7 years.
Because it's going to happen. You want to make sure there's enough room for a line for people that want to take their picture and have fun. And then this will be on the hall.
So both AJ and Mike we were all confused. What is this thing, right? And finally, they started to unwrap it, and we finally discovered what it was. And we're like, "Oh my god, it's the actual the pedestal where the Sword of Power resides in Castle Grayskull." You can see all the ancient Eternian writing that's actually etched into the stone. This was incredible. We had no idea that this was coming. We knew about the two statues. We knew about He-Man and Skeletor and the Bone Throne, but we had no idea. We had absolutely no idea that Amazon MGM was going to literally drop a massive gift in our laps and give us the display with the Sword of Power. It was absolutely bonkers at that point. We didn't know what I didn't know what to think, and people were just eyeing this thing. You can see people taking photos of it, right? People were like, "What is this?" I came and I took photos of it, and then you can see in the background everything starts to come together. The displays, right? And there's the problem with putting a camera in just one place. Everything else starts to happen around it. But essentially, we see all the displays being put together. You can see all the commotion happening, and everybody's trying to get everything in order. But eventually, we're able to see how everything finally comes together. I showed the same one. Let me get the next one. There it is. And yeah, this was basically just the beginning of the setup for most of the afternoon. But yeah, there it is. So basically, they finally bring in the sword, and you can actually see it brought in right here. It's hard to see, but right there, you can actually see Mike actually has the sword, and he puts it on the actual bone throne itself. And then we actually get a chance. You can see here, Mike actually has it in hand. He's the first one to actually get a hold of it. And then basically, everybody's taking pictures. We got both Mikey and Kenzo taking a photo. Of course, I took the photo, and they ended up using that in one of their videos. And of course, now we point at the stand, and we're like, all right, let's. I'm not sure if we actually happen here, but eventually we just basically bring it on and put it right on the stand. But as you can see here, all the displays are starting to get fully set up, and the bone throne is completed. It has its shag rug on the side there, and yeah, everything starts to really come together. And then, do I move the camera at this point? I'm not sure. So yeah, we can see here that everything's starting to really come together. There, if you look carefully, you can see Skeletor's legs are starting to be put together as well. So the other statues are starting to be assembled. And then we actually get to see the assembly of the other display. And there we can see Skeletor's torso has been put up. Is without the cape. And as that damn the actual sword holder is blocking most of our view, but you can pretty much see what's happening. You can see that they're assembling the other display for Skeletor and the other movie display. But you can see how many boxes it takes to actually get all these things together. It was a huge endeavor just to get all this stuff together. There you see Skeletor, nearly completed. He's putting his wrist on both sides, and then it's like putting together an action figure. It was awesome. And then, as things continued, you got to see a lot of the behind the scenes here for what it was. And then finally, oh yeah, sorry, we went backwards in time here. Was there anything else? Yeah, here it is. So then finally, we get to see a bit of how it was all put
because there we see Skeletor. We see the other display finally being put up. You see the Bone Throne fully assembled. And there we see that in the background, we couldn't see it being assembled, but He-Man was also being assembled in the background as well. And we basically get to see them rearranging everything, putting on the Master Universe logo on the front, putting Skeletor on one side, and then we got He-Man on the other side. And these two look great. We ultimately decided not to put them so close to the back. And another thing that was actually decided by Mike and AJ was that this background here actually is supposed to have Teela, Man-at-Arms, He-Man, and Battle Cat right in the front. But it was ultimately decided that it actually looks like a much better composition without them, because that with them there in the front, it's really distracting when you're sitting on the throne. So having them in this composition, the way it was here, was a much better look for the overall design. This actually, believe it or not, this actually had to be cleared by Amazon and GM. We couldn't just make a decision on our own. It had to be made by the company. And luckily enough for us, it actually was decided that it was okay to leave it as is, because people would have a much better time with taking pictures. And there's Kenzo being the Lord of MOTUNIVERSE for a day. It was awesome seeing him there. And yeah, and we get to see the rest of how it actually gets put together, which is awesome. And yeah, basically, Mucklemannikins, I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing that. They started trucking away all their stuff, all the boxes and everything, and it was just great to be able to see all of that come together, and really a privilege to see how things happen behind the scenes, and to get all of that organized for a convention. Yeah, it was truly something. And yeah, and then basically things just kept going after that. So here is the actual finished product for, oops, what happened there? Hold on for a second, refresh. There it is. So here is the actual finished product. It's still early, but we got Tweeterhead over there. We've got so many, there he is, that's David! We got Tweeterhead over there, we got everybody setting up. We got Harbinger Studios over there. We got Vintage Motu. These guys are killing it. Love it. We have Eternia Dreams over there. And of course, we can't forget, we have Amazon and GM taking up this whole area where people can literally step into Eternia. Oh, the Sword of Power. Oh my God. Look at that pedestal, guys. That's freaking crazy. Oh my God. Masters of the freaking universe. Look at this. This is incredible. All right. Here we go, everybody. It is the time, Master Universe. The time is now. Oh. Say hi, Nicholas. Hi, Nicholas. Look at that, guys. Just crazy.
Elisa will call you.
Awesome.
I just told her.
Perfect. And yeah, that was how a bit of the behind the scenes, and then quite literally, as soon as the very next day came, a lot of the vendors had already set up, and yeah, it was time to start letting the line, in for MOTUNIVERSE, and that's where things got really crazy. It was like 9 a.m. in the morning, and people had already started lining up. It was literally bonkers. Just getting all this stuff in order and getting people through the door. That was an amazing feat, to be honest with you. And it's funny because I can't find. Hold on, where did it go? Sorry, I'm just looking for the. Why is it not showing up here? Hold on. Yeah, here we go. So check this out, guys. This was the lineup on day one for the show. I'm crazy right now. Things are moving very quickly. Pre-registration opens up at 9:30, and it is literally 9:25. All right, guys, we're down to 5 minutes. Are you guys ready? Awesome.
Go, Dave.
Love it, guys. Thank you for joining us. Not long now, everybody. Right.
It's like 9 a.m. in the
Queen
morning.
Marlena, good to see you. Disco, everybody.
And the crazy thing is, it just
Guys,
kept,
who's a
it just kept
VIP? Can you
bigger
raise
and
your
bigger
hands?
and bigger. The line just
All right,
kept
stay in this
growing
line, please.
more and more and more. It was absolutely crazy.
And there he is.
There's Toy Habits.
Good to see you, brother. There they are. It's everybody.
Always love the support.
Good to see you guys.
From Toy Habits. It was so great to see you there. And then basically, you know what? Crazy things started happening. Like, this was a moment sorry, not that one. There was just so many great things that were happening throughout the day. I mean, here's a taste of what it was like
MOTUNIVERSE
to be at MOTUNIVERSE.
There we are. Shira! So good to see you guys. Oh, sorry. Man, it is busy in here. Look at this place. Absolutely wall to wall. My goodness. All these wonderful artists. Everybody's excited. It's hopping in here. Absolutely freaking crazy. He-Man posters everywhere. There's Rudy Obrero, sorry. I knew I had it wrong, but I got it right the second time. Look at these guys. Oh my gosh. This is so great. Derek's gonna take lunch, right?
Derek is gonna watch their.
Okay, but you were also gonna do it.
Yeah, you do that.
That's what I was saying. All right, guys. Hey, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Oh, look at these faces. Oh, there they are. How you doing, Michael?
Oh,
what do you think?
Just came from an amazing panel, the Halpern panel.
That's crazy, right? Oh my gosh, legends.
Josh Scott,
absolute legends.
did an amazing job.
There she is. We're going crazy here.
Yes.
But it's great to see you. I got to catch up with you soon, okay? All right. We're just wheeling the walk. Hatter's doing the Hatter thing. There he is. There's Danny Green. Look at this guy. Wow, they're painted. Oh, my God. This is crazy. Oh, my gosh. Who's coming, guys? He's coming. Make no mistake. All right. There's Adam. Prince Adam. Awesome. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for joining. Jeremy. Good to see you, man. Just doing the walkthrough. Everybody's Sergio. Big something's in the house. Look at this, man. Holy crap. Look at all these people. This is crazy. And they're buying the MOTUNIVERSE merch. Look at all these wonderful Masters of the Universe. Oh, my God. This is crazy. There he is. We got some happy people going, look at these statues. Everybody's doing their thing. Oh, my God. Look at this snake freaking mountain. Oh, my gosh. This is Jago. These guys. And we even got the 3D HQ.
That is a full-on.
You can actually get your full body scan
for 3D. That's cool.
and have a statue made of yourself.
Melinda and Alan both want lunch after their panel.
My God, this is crazy, dude. Look how crazy this is. Hey, what's going on, dude? Good to see you, man. Yeah, of course, bro. No, okay, we'll do it. Just gonna do it.
My daughter, Jay.
Good to see you.
The man. Get along with him.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Right? That's it. We gotta do it right. There we go. Good to see you guys. Thanks for everything, okay? Yeah, man, look at this. It's going crazy in here. I'm sorry. Yeah, man, look at this place. It's freaking hopping. What's going on, guys? Good to see you. How you going, guys? Oh, my gosh, this is freaking crazy. Look at this. What's going on, guys?
Come on in.
Oh, yeah, we got to check this out. Look at this. They got Robotech, man. They got everything under the sun. So cool. What? Look at that, bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Only $80. Not bad. That is the way. We got Time Warp Toys and Collectibles. Anime Coast over there. What's going on? My goodness, look at this. How's it going, guys? Good to see you. What do you think?
Just came from an amazing panel, Halpern panel.
That's crazy, right? Oh my gosh, legends.
Josh Scott,
Absolute legends.
did an amazing job.
And yeah, that was just a small walkthrough. I didn't actually get through the entire place, but I mean, you know, there was also this. It was done by Himimi.com. They did that. This was later on in the you can see how fascinating this was Alan Oppenheimer and Melinda Brandt's line autographs. It wrapped around the entire building, or the entire convention center area. It was massive, and all of the guests they got a wonderful time with the fans. It was really great and humbling to see all of these people enjoying themselves and having a great time, and bringing Master Universe, a convention like this, back to California was Mike's dream. This was a massive dream of Mike's, and I'm so glad that we were able to make this happen. And we were so fortunate to be able to have the support of Dark Horse. I don't know if you guys noticed, but well, I'm pretty sure you noticed. It is a sea of yellow bags. I mean, you could see yellow bags everywhere. That's because every time someone came to the front desk, we gave them a bag. It was just something that we got the support from Dark Horse Comics, and what an advertisement for them. I mean, everywhere here you see yellow bags, yellow bags, yellow bags. It was freaking crazy. And then, of course, the support from Amazon and GM. It was bonkers, man. It was freaking crazy. And yeah, look at all these just Masters of the Universe goodness everywhere you turn, right? And you also got to see independent toy makers. Yeah, this is the lineup for Melinda Brand and Alan Oppenheimer. It's crazy. It really was a wonderful time at this convention. Just absolutely bonkers. And this tiny moment happened, and it was a funny moment because Chet of the Shadow Knows Network, he actually captured this on camera. I couldn't believe he captured it. Kind of embarrassing on my part too. Have a listen.
What's up, everyone? Hope you guys are all at MOTUNIVERSE enjoying it. I had to step away from the crowd. But hopefully it's keeping you track on your convention. Yeah, let's take a little walk. Anyways.
Right here.
Hope you guys are all appreciating it.
If our website is down, I think it crashed.
We're having a crash website. This is Vega.
Oh. Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's going on? We're gonna check into that, but hope you guys are all enjoying it and you're using the app as much as you can. I will talk to you guys all later. I don't know what I'm talking about right now, but see you in a minute. Bye.
So Chet,
what's up, everyone?
Chet, being the awesome guy he is, he heard because I was kind of freaking out because somebody actually messaged me and we were all freaking out at this time. They're like, the website has crashed. The website has crashed. And I was like, what do you mean the website has crashed? So I went on my phone and tried to go on the website, and it said too many requests. And I was like, oh my God, they actually crashed the website. Yes, that you did not mishear that. The website was being visited so many times for people trying to buy tickets that it actually crashed the freaking website. It was absolutely freaking crazy. And Chet, being the cool guy that he is, right on top of things, he literally was telling, like, he came back and he was literally like, Jay, if the website's crashed, you can try this, you can try this. And I was like, all right, dude, like, thank you. And, I really respect Chet for all the support that he gave us over the weekend. Again, not only for what they did for the Toy Hunter app, but also trying everything that they could to help get the show running smoothly. We for the popcorn buckets, we didn't get our displays in time. Chet basically said, hey dude, I'll go pick up a display for you in the morning. And he did. And it really helped us out. It was a great moment of camaraderie and just the community coming together to make a show, which was just, out of this world. And just coming off the high of the Master Universe premiere, it really was one of those just amazing things that happen when the community comes together. But again, huge shout out to Chet, Alex, and everybody on the Shadow Knows Network. They really did help us out in every single way that's possible. It was literally mind blowing. It was absolutely crazy. And yeah, we had so many wonderful moments. This one is one of my favorites, actually. really blew everybody's mind when it happened. Alan Oppenheimer.
What are you looking at? You bunch of goddamn animals.
Over here, Skeletor.
Rules the world. Don't you forget it, you schmucks. Yeah. All right. What are you?
Absolutely crazy. Not to toot our own horn, but I think we're the only convention that can say that Alan Oppenheimer, the original voice of Skeletor, actually sat in the Bone Throne. That is definitely a feather in the MOTUNIVERSE cap. I think that's freaking crazy. And there were many wonderful mini moments like that happened throughout the weekend. Another one was this. This was another great one. Everybody wants to hear this. Everyone wants to hear it. You are our... Here we go, guys. Get your cameras out. This is something special.
I got like 4 hours sleep. Here we go. I am Adora, He-Man's twin sister and defender of the Crystal Castle. Fabulous secrets were revealed to me the day I held aloft my sword and said, "For the honor of Grayskull, I am She-Ra!"
Everybody wants to hear this. What an incredible moment. Oh my God. Like it was small little moments like that really, really made things just epic. And then we had little tales like this. Ted Biaselli talking about He-Man.
And I said, I just had breakfast with Mattel, and I think we might be able to do a Masters of the Universe cartoon. Is that something that you guys would be interested in? Because we worked together on Castlevania, and they were like my favorite animation studio of all time. And I was like, is this something we can all do together? And it was literally a couple of weeks later. Brad had sent me a couple of sketches that some of you guys did. I don't know if it was Eddie did them. Yeah, Eddie had done these sketches of He-Man and Skeletor, and he'd sent them to me, and then I was like, oh, this is how we're gonna get this sucker made. And it was literally a couple weeks later we were meeting, and Rob said, okay, we need like somebody who can really deliver the elevated tone, mature tone. This is a diehard. What do you think of Kevin Smith? And I was like, well, I love his Daredevil. I think his Green Arrow is great. Like yes, does he like He-Man? Is this a thing? And we had this great meeting with just me, Kevin, and Ron. And I said, here's the one thing I'm gonna tell you to do. Treat it like Shakespeare. This is epic. These are rich characters. There is backstory, there's tragedy, there is complexities. I want them to feel like real people in real moments of crisis. What happens when you push these people to universe-ending battles? That's what I wanted to feel like. And Kevin was like, oh man, you speak my language. And that from that point on, it was kind of magical. Everything really fell into place. It was fast. And I said, oh, so you don't do anything on this show. And he literally walks right by me and heads to these two. So I'm sitting, and he sits, and he gets into his booth, and he sits down, he's reading the book. He's like, I read the script, you don't have to tell me anything, I read the script. And he's going through, he's like, oh, so I understand what this is all about. And he's going in there, he's reading. He reads every character. He reads all of we're recording, and he reads every character's line. Reads every character. To lead himself into his Keldor. He reads himself into Keldor. And then he goes, I can do that one again.
He's talking about William Shatner.
And he goes in and he does it again. And then the director, Colette, she's like, Bill, we don't know if we got that laugh in the last one. Could you just do the laugh again? It'll just be easier. He goes, oh, well, it'll be easier if you check to see if we got the laugh in the last one. And we sit there and we're like, oh! But he was right. He did get it. He knew. And then Kevin, because he was worried about whether we'd be able to cut, because he was reading the other lines, whether you'd be able to cut in the Keldor lines cleanly. Kevin asked him, oh, can we do a tape where it's like you just doing the Keldor lines, just so we have it cleanly? And Shatner said, he said, Kevin.
in a moment. You will have the honor of directing me. But for now, we're going to do it my way. And then we only did it his way. And he left. And I was like, well, this is why I was like, I don't know if we got it, you guys. And then, sure enough, it came back. These guys edited the hell out of that thing. But also, he did every bit of press that we asked him to do. He was so fine. Oh, so you don't do anything.
Oh man, the stories that come out of things that happen with William Shatner and the rest of the crew are just absolutely incredible. And to be able to have those at the show was just a gift. Like there were so many wonderful gifts that we had during the event, and it really was something special. Yeah, it was incredible. So as Mike did mention earlier in the chat, we are going to be putting up as many of the panels that we were able to record up exclusively on MOTUNIVERSE Con, the YouTube page, as well as our Instagram page. So I hope you guys will enjoy those. We had some really great panels going on. Filmation panels, the anniversary of She-Ra, where we did have a cake. I said we would have cake. Mike said we would have a cake, and we did have cake. It was freaking awesome. And even better was when we actually brought out the piñata. Actually, you know what? I'll show that fun little segment because I thought that was really cute, and I think that definitely that deserves its own moment. Let's see if we can find it. Let me see where it was. I'm pretty sure we had it down here somewhere because here we go. So we had cake. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear She-Ra. Happy birthday to you. That was an incredible moment, and actually, did it get to the second part? I don't think we got to the second part there, but I think if I remember, hold on, let's see if I'm pretty sure we do have the piñata. Let me just find it, because that was an incredible moment, to be honest with you. And of course, it's not here. Hold on, let me check if I have it.
All right.
No, unfortunately, it looks like.
Who wants the?
Let me see. Okay, so I could have sworn we actually had it because I remember putting it up. Because we literally had the kids just like whacking a piñata. Let me see if I can. And that was just a beautiful moment. It was so much fun. And it's just one of those things where it was just so spontaneous that it really was just one of those things. See if it actually gets to By the way, this post comes courtesy of a wonderful podcast. You should actually take a look at. Everything Parks and Recreation conventions. It was really fun to be able to work with those guys as well. And there's Mike. Now, does he bring up the piñata? I don't think he does in this. I'll find the clip and I'll play it. But I could have sworn we had posted it because it was just a fun little clip that we had, and another one of those fun little moments that was actually happening at the show. But regardless of that, the MOTUNIVERSE was an incredible experience. We had so much fun. I wanted to give a huge shout out to everybody who was there, and all the staff and the crew who made it very, very special. And yeah, we are very excited, and I'm happy to announce that 2027 is locked in, and we are just looking for a date. But we are 100% committed and very excited to have 2027 for the MOTUNIVERSE. And I will say that even though it is going to be mostly Master Universe, Masters Universe centric, we will be trying to incorporate new toy lines and new cartoons, and we really want to be inclusive on many of those things, because of course there are many fans out there for different toy lines, for different properties, and we really want to start opening up to there. We had an independent toy alley, and a lot of those guys like Odd Frog Entertainment, Meta Travelers, also Animal Warriors: The Kingdom, the Harbinger Studios, all those guys came out to support us. Hatter Toys, right? And of course, Ramen Toy. They all came out to support us, and we really do appreciate all their support. And of course, we want to support them and showcase all of their new toys and the upcoming features that they have for their properties as well. And it was just really a treat to be able to hang out with these guys and learn more about them, more about their products and everything. But for the most part, the show itself was such a good time and I think that if you look at all the posts and everything that's been shared on social media, I think you'll agree that it was truly an amazing time for us to gather and to be a community, because this is something that's been needed as Mike alluded to. This is something that was needed for the Master Universe community in California. There was just so many things that a lot of people were clamoring for. So many times I went through the convention, and this is probably my favorite. This is probably my favorite memory in many regards. I would go through the convention, and inevitably someone would come up to me and say something like, "Jay, I want to thank you for putting this show on. It's been a dream to have a Master of the Universe convention back, and thank you to you and Mike for making this happen." And I would go and I would say, it's not me. It's not me. It's not just me. It's not just Mike. It's everybody, right? It's the MOTUNIVERSE crew, but more importantly, it's you, right? You are the reason why this convention happened. If it wasn't for you and the fans and the fandom and everybody else who came around to support this, there would be no MOTUNIVERSE. And those are my favorite memories, because every single time somebody came up to me and said thank you, I reminded them there was actually you. It was actually us. It was actually the community. The Masters Universe community made MOTUNIVERSE happen. It started off with a Kickstarter. So many people were founders, and every single time we saw a founder, we gave them the good journey salute. We said thank you so much for everything you've contributed to this event and making this possible. So whenever someone would come up to me and say thank you, Jay, I was like, you should be thanking yourself, because you made this happen, right? Like Mike and I and everybody on the team, we are just running it. But the reality is that without your support, without you helping and guiding and making sure that this actually was a success, you're the reason why MOTUNIVERSE exists. And you should give yourselves a pat on the back. You guys should give yourselves a round of applause, because honestly, it's because of you that MOTUNIVERSE was the success. And I tell you, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to everybody who came out and supported us. Thank you for everybody who actually made MOTUNIVERSE the best convention that I've ever been to as a Master Universe fan. And thank you so much for continuing to support us and making this happen, because in 2027, we're going to do it all over again, guys. And it's going to be freaking glorious. Thank you. Good journey for everyone who made this happen, because we had one hell of a journey. It was absolutely bonkers. And by the way, I just found the clip, so check this out. This was so much fun. Huge shout out to Captain Adora, Aaron, our good friend, who was able to capture this moment, because this was truly a lot of fun. Check it out.
Right, so we have that
you can't beat me, right? So we have a bunch of prizes, a bunch of stuff in the piñata. Let's wax Hordak and see who's left.
Before I get beat up.
That you can't beat me.
So we invited all the kids to come and take a whack at Hordak.
Parents, get your photo.
So this was so much fun.
Let's hear it for these guys. Come on, encourage her.
She didn't know what to do. She had no idea what a piñata was. She didn't know that you were supposed to hit somebody. Like it was crazy. Watch this.
One more. Really hard.
Hit the
Hit him in the face.
He's a bad guy. What did he hit him? All right, let's go. Guys, give a round of applause.
Good job.
All right, buddy, you can do better, right?
So, this kid.
One more. All right, let's have the next one. Guys, give me a round of applause. Everybody ready? That. All right. Come on.
Go.
Oh, Hornets had better days, I gotta tell you.
This kid knew what he was doing.
All right, one more, and then we'll give the parents to really do a job on this thing. All right.
I was worried about Mike. I
One more.
thought his
Come on,
hand
buddy.
was
You can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it,
This
Mike.
kid
This is it. Whack it.
wailed on it.
That's it. It's over. All right. The kids never candy. Get the kids back in candy. Come on.
And the kids go crazy for their candy.
Once again, guys, Alan Oppenheimer and the great, melodic great Shira.
We had such a great time, and it was magical. It really was magical, and the number of cosplayers who came out, and we had Fisto here. He did a freaking amazing job. We had Queen Marlena. She was gorgeous. The police helmet on. Adam and Richard. So great. We had our own He-Man there. He did his thing. Little She-Ra. Oh my gosh. So cool.
Give it up to here.
We had a Catra doing Catra things. It was so awesome. And the best in show.
Give it up to Bubby.
And of course, taking away from the guys. We even had cute little He-Man. Oh my gosh. It was such a great time. And of course, we had Keldo. Keldo was just awesome. We even had a Battle Cat. Right? And of course, the best in show. Taking a bow. So cool. And of course, having them all on stage again, it doesn't get any better than this, guys. Everybody having a great time. Yep, it really was just a magical time. We really did have it was truly something. It was truly something to be there. You just had to be there, guys. And I know not everybody could make it. It was Memorial Day weekend, and it really was one of those things where we weren't really concerned whether or not people would be able to come out during Memorial Day weekend. But the community came together and really made this happen. It really was a gathering of people who really loved Masters of the Universe, and it really was the time to do it. It really was the timing couldn't have been better. I think everyone's been saying that, and it's true. The timing couldn't have been better. And because of that, we had to do it this year. We had to do it this year. We had to do it this time. And now, only a week away, and we're about to witness history, everybody. And not MOTUNIVERSE made history, but now Master Universe has come back to theaters, making its own history once again. So yeah, I want to thank everybody who made MOTUNIVERSE possible. Of course, our good friends, everybody who was on the MOTUNIVERSE staff. I can't name everybody, but I'll give it my best shot. Let me just bring this up here. I want to thank everybody who was helped out in any shape or form throughout the time that we were planning MOTUNIVERSE. Motu Life on Instagram, I want to give them a huge shout out. The Badass Reviews, Carlos, our good friend, I want to give him a shout out. Luke of Motu Life. Brick Something, Serge, good to see you, brother. Thank you for joining us. Battle Ram Blog, I mean, they were obviously helping in the background and shouting us out and giving us all their support. Grayson Thomas, thank you so much for all your help. Tom Cossack, thank you, brother. You've been instrumental in helping us to spread the word. Tom, good to see you, brother. Thank you so much for everything you've done. Shane of the Attorney of Four, amazing to see you there. And of course, we did the Attorney of Four podcast live at the show. It was awesome. Reg Henny, who did cover the event and of course was there. Huge shout out and thank you for coming, brother. It was awesome to have you there. Gary, son of Gary, who of course helped us to get in touch with Bill Stout, William Stout. Awesome to be able to have him there. And of course, Gary was instrumental in helping us throughout the entire weekend. Derek, my good friend Derek from Toy Binging on Instagram, who literally went above and beyond, getting us, going on food runs, checking on the guests, checking on everybody, making sure everybody was safe. Huge shout out to Derek for all the help. And he even let me and Danny have tickets to Disneyland afterwards. It was crazy. I couldn't believe that. I've never been to Disneyland. And I got to give a huge shout out to Derek for letting us go to Disneyland. Kenner Vader Creations, huge shout out to them. Micah Beyond, our volunteer director, incredible. Absolutely organized everybody and made sure everybody was safe and that they were taken care of and to tip their breaks. It was amazing. Skelevator for making those incredible dioramas of Snake Mountain, of Castle Grayskull. Just a huge shout out to him for getting that done, first of all, and then also just making the effort to actually come all the way down from where he was in California and actually getting those things on a truck, 2 different trucks, and then shipping them out to a completely different area. It was freaking incredible. And then we also have Allison Troy, who is also an event organizer, the Retro Toy Princess. And of course, she really gave us some wonderful advice and has always been a supporter of the show. So huge shout out to Allison Troy. Dirk from Fuzzfang, huge shout out to you. Chris Onida, I'm pretty sure I'm messing that name up. Chris actually got us in touch with Rudy Obrero and Rebecca Taylor. So again, instrumental in helping us to get those guests. So huge shout out to Chris. John Russell, thank you again for all the support. Thundercats Classics, Jorge over at JP over at Thundercats Classics, of course, giving us all the support and the shout outs on his channel. Motu Games, Sean, who for whatever stupid reason I called him Shane earlier, but yeah, Sean, huge shout out to you for all the work you did for the graphics and of course helping organizing the exhibitors. And just being there, and of course the wonderful game panel that you organized, in freaking incredible. Kenzo's Creations being there all weekend, helping out, with the setup, the teardown, and again, just being there to support. And of course, your shout outs on YouTube channel. Oz from Addis Toys, Oz, thank you so much for Ostradamus Toys. I keep saying it wrong. Ostradamus Toys. Huge shout out for the Frenzy and of course Skillevator and both you guys just really championing the cause and really helping us to get the word out. Huge shout out to Oz. Billy, Thunder Punch He-Man, for all your support, trying to reach out to other guests and trying to get people aware of the event. Of course, our good friends over at Toy Habits, Michael and Toy Sorceress. Without your support, this definitely would not happen. As a matter of fact, I'll go out on a limb saying that if it wasn't for Toy Habits, MOTUNIVERSE would not have happened. I think that's very important to say. Make, shape, create. Of course, thank you so much for. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it out, which is unfortunate. But for sure, they were supporting us all the way. And next year, for sure, we're definitely going to see them come out. I'm pretty sure. Mr. Home Arcade, huge shout out to him, especially for all the contributions he made, the donations, the mini comics, the figures that we gave away. Huge shout out to our good friend Mr. Home Arcade. He-Mania.com. Impossible for us to have done this without AJ of He-Mania.com. Their support and their sponsorship were paramount. And of course, being able to get in touch with Amazon MGM, that would not have been possible without AJ, as well as Dark Horse. His relationships with there really helped us to get those and secure those for the show. And of course, my good friend Danny Green Collects, who did bring, of course, his El Dragoon to the show. And Danny's always been a supporter and really helped me out throughout the years. So it's always been great to have Danny Green by my side. And yeah, if there's anybody I missed, I hope I didn't miss anybody, but you know who you are, and I want to thank each and every one of you for being there. And of course, how could I forget the attorney and royalty himself, Mike Gordon, the man who made this all possible, the man whose dream was it to bring it back to California. And of course, just having a conversation with Mike, who knew that it would lead to something like this? Who knew that having just a side conversation with Mike would lead to something so special and so wonderful? It's amazing how the relationships that you have just by chance really do make for some incredible moments. And I'm so happy and so humbled that Mike really trusted me and trusted all of us to try and get this off the ground. It's because of that trust that MOTUNIVERSE was able to be what it is today, and it wouldn't have been possible without Mike and his dream. So guys, please give a huge thanks to Mike Gordon for making MOTUNIVERSE possible, because truly, without Mike Gordon, none of this would have been possible. It really wouldn't. But yeah, it's been one heck of a roller coaster, and I do want to thank everybody who was involved in the process. And again, if I missed anybody, I did want to say a huge shout out to Erin, Captain Adora, for all of her support. She really was just a cheerleader, really, and she really did support all of us so much over the weekend, and all the volunteers. The volunteers. There was absolutely no way that we could have done it without you guys. Sean, Shane, I think that's probably where I'm getting confused because those names are so ingrained into my head. Mike, James, everybody who was there. I'm sure it's not that I'm intentionally forgetting names. It's just there were so many of you who made this weekend possible, and I want to thank each and every one of you for making it happen. And of course, all of our vendors, everybody who came out, and really our vendors are the lifeblood of MOTUNIVERSE and any convention, because the exhibitors not only make the show special in the fact that they bring merchandise and something for people to be excited about. The history of Master Universe really is in all of our vendors, whether they were vintage toys or new toys or little knickknacks like cups or tablecloths or pajamas or blankets. It's amazing what you could find. Toy chests. It was amazing what you could find at MOTUNIVERSE. There are multiple different walkthroughs by multiple different toy tubers out there, and I'm going to be posting one soon myself. And when you see the quality and the incredible items that were brought to the show, I think you will understand just how amazing it was that all these people came out and brought their collections to MOTUNIVERSE. I want to give a huge shout out to Eternia Dreams, coming all the way from Maryland. That is a long freaking way, man. And Alan and his crew, I cannot say, I just words cannot express how grateful we are that Eternia Dreams made the commitment to come and support MOTUNIVERSE. That is not an easy task, and it's my understanding that he didn't have the best of luck with the trailer. There was something that happened with the axle. There was something that happened with the floor, and you know what? Huge shout out to them for all the support that they've shown us, and they were so gracious and so generous, and really it was a pleasure having them at the show. It would not have been the same if Eternia Dreams was not at MOTUNIVERSE. Truly, truly incredible. And of course, we want to give a huge shout out to Amazon MGM for believing in the show and trusting us with the Muckle Mannequins, the Bone Throne, and of course that incredible display for the Sword of Power, and Dark Horse Comics for contributing, with their giveaways. Obviously, Tim Sheridan and those guys who were on the panel and really an opportunity to actually have these things signed by them was just incredible. All of our guests, particularly Anthony DeLonges, who of course was Blade from the Master Universe movie, Alan Oppenheimer, of course, who doesn't do many conventions. It was such a pleasure to be able to have him and host him and have him at the show. We are so blessed and so lucky that we were able to get him. We also want to thank Melindy Britt, because again, without them, it would have still been very, very special, but they made it truly, truly special. And we want to thank their representatives for taking care of them and making sure that they were safe and well taken care of. They have a great staff over there. And Jeff, you know what, you know who you are. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity. You and your staff have been instrumental and were absolutely gracious and incredible. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity. And everybody else who all of our guests who came out to support us. And you know what, I'm not gonna guess at this. I'm actually gonna go to the website. And you know what, I'm gonna bring it up. I'm actually gonna show it because they deserve to be seen. MOTUNIVERSECon.com. So yeah, guys, our guests really were so gracious to be there. As of course I did say, Anthony, Alan, and Melindy, Dave Woodman, Michael Polvani, and Larry Houston, of course, being part of Filmation and all the wonderful contributions they've given us to Master Universe, but also so many other cartoons. Larry Houston, of course, being so instrumental in X-Men, and of course being able to create Geldor and other characters in the Master Universe. Michael Polvani, of course, Ariel from The Little Mermaid, Hercules, Simpsons, The Iron Giant, and Dave Woodman. Again, Go Go Ghostbusters, Brave Star, The Secret of the Sword, Beauty and the Beast. Just incredible talents all the way through. Designer for guest of honor, William Stout, who I mentioned earlier, Master Universe, the motion picture, so many other wonderful movies and television. He's just incredible. Michael Moore, who's worked on so many different productions, from Batman Forever, The Hobbit, Star Trek Voyager, Hook, Captain Power, Babylon 5. His accolades just keep going on and on and on. And he is a master prop maker alongside Man-at-Arms, Tony Swatton, who has his own show coming. I believe it's going to be at the Tony Swatton YouTube channel. But yeah, they both brought some wonderful props from their past, including Jack Sparrow's screen use sword, as well as one of the blasters that was actually used in the Master Universe. It was awesome to see those guys there. Huge shout out to Rebecca Taylor, of course, for sharing her memories and her time with us. Obviously, she is, of course, the wife of Mark Taylor, and she did her own designs on many of the vehicles and playsets for Master Universe, including Castle Grayskull, the Wind Raider. Just wonderful stuff. Mike Young, of course, who was instrumental in creating He-Man of the Master Universe, 2000X, the actual television series, which really brought Master Universe back to the fans, and really brought it up to one of the most popular and most beloved series for Master Universe of all time. So a huge shout out to have him at the show. It was amazing. Packaging artist Rudy Obrero, the legend himself. All of his paintings have been recognized, from Castle Grayskull to Battle Cat to the Battle Ram. just an absolute incredible artist. He had all of those pieces available for sale at his desk, at his table. It was amazing to see him there. Writer guest of honor Tim Sheridan, who's worked on Master of the Universe, Revolution, and of course was there to sign the comic book, which he worked on as well. It was great having him there. Artist guest of honor Tony Washington, who's worked on comic books for Master Universe 2000X. He's also worked on has many wonderful paintings of his own, and of course is a partner at Adobe. So it was great to have Tony there. An incredible, wonderful, generous artist. Writer guest of honor Joshua Skye, who basically has written most of the Master Universe comics, the mini comics that are included with all the figures. It was great to have Josh there, and he's always been a great friend. Ken Coleman, who joined us virtually from Ireland. It was amazing having him at the show, and we are so privileged to have him there. And Will Sliney, who's not pictured here, unfortunately, he was also from the UK, and we had an opportunity to see him and really have a great opportunity to learn more about their comic book, which they worked on. So yeah, guys, it was amazing seeing all these guests at MOTUNIVERSE, and we could not have done it without them. It really truly was an incredible weekend. Yeah, to all the fans who support us this weekend. Let's do it again. This is going to be amazing, guys, and you can already see the excitement brewing. Medusa Customs is getting really excited. Tim Sheridan once again wants to come back. Skelevator incredibly excited as well, and so many guys and so many people who are excited to celebrate with us again in 2027. It's going to be glorious, and this really was a labor of love and something that the Masters Universe community really needed, especially being this close to the movie. And it really is just a time to celebrate Master Universe. If there was any time to celebrate it, it was now. So yeah, guys, I want to thank each and every one of you for sharing with me these memories. And yeah, the premiere was one thing. It was incredible. It was something I'll never forget. But MOTUNIVERSE is definitely something special, and it's the party that will never stop. We're going to keep going year after year after year. MOTUNIVERSE will continue, and it's going to be great. And we hope to grow it as large as we can. And with your support, it will continue. So thank you, guys. Thank you, each and every one of you who supported MOTUNIVERSE. We really do owe you. We are indebted to you and cannot repay that debt. It's something that will live on for years to come, we hope. And we really hope that you guys will continue to support us year after year after year. It's going to be great. Future Easter Warrior, but Jay, Travis Knight said that there are new adventure Easter eggs in his new interview. I know that there are. I'm just saying that there are other Easter eggs that are more close to the other shows, is what I'm trying to say. But yes, definitely there were Easter eggs for new adventures if you knew where to look. Ryan Weber, what's going on? MOTUNIVERSE was great. Yes, it was just an incredible show, and it's thanks to you guys, thanks to you that this actually happened. It was amazing. Ash Zombie, I would have loved to build the Bone Throne. Dude, nothing's stopping you. You should definitely build it, 100%. God Rabbit, you guys put together a fantastic invention. Thank you so much, Pink Panther. It really was an incredible time, and thank you, and I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it. Stephen Rothy, I hate that my theater never received a standee for Master Universe. Smaller theaters sometimes don't do that, and up here in Canada, we're barely seeing anything. So I'm so privileged to have even seen these things in person. I wouldn't take it as an offense, though. Not every theater is going to get it. God Ravage, what a great time to have MOTU convention again, just weeks before the movie come out. It was insane. It was just absolutely amazing. Mike Bruno, you got actual props. Yes, we did. It was crazy. Mike Bruno, so amazing you guys were able to get all these props from Amazon and GM. It was a privilege. Honestly, we are so humbled that they trusted us. Dave Sanelli, what's going on, dude? How you doing? I hope you're feeling better. Toy Cartel Mario, good to see you, brother. The show was so much fun. I can't wait for next year, dude. It was so great to see you again, and you and Soka Shalin. So great to see you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us. Ash Zombie, Dagger Cups. Dave, we also owned the Bone Throne, but I might not be comfortable. It was okay. From what I remember sitting on it, it was all right. It wasn't really No, actually, no. It wasn't that comfortable. You needed that shag rug. That shag rug really made it. Ash Zombie, She-Ra. Yes, She-Ra. She was there. Toy Habits, love them. I mean, the real one, yes. She-Ra San. Toy Cartel, one of my favorite memories of is Jay doing karaoke. I don't remember that. What are you talking about? I have no idea. No one has any evidence of that. You cannot prove that. You cannot prove that, Mario. You cannot prove it. There's no way to prove it. Got Ravaged. Looks like my dream came true. Looks amazing. Absolutely, my friend. Erwin Papa, another wonderful artist, guys. If you haven't already, definitely check out Erwin Papa's work on his Instagram page. The man's doing incredible work. I had the privilege of meeting Erwin Papa at the show. It was awesome. Good show all around. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I found Waldo, but where is Lukey? Yeah, you know what? We originally wanted to be able to have a find a Lukey hunt, but we never had it. There was just too much to do. Rubber Ugly. Good to see. Wow, this looks like great fun, dude. It was incredible. It really was. Krypton 7853. Thank you, Jay. I was a founder. What a privilege, a perfect convention. You guys knocked it out of the park, dude. Nothing's ever perfect, but we sure gave it our best. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for being a founder. Rubber Ugly. Cheers, my friend. Erwin Papa. Don't be jealous, dude. We did it as much for you as anybody else. But why did it crash? Because we couldn't because there were too many freaking requests, too many people trying to buy tickets at the same time. Mega taking charge. I don't know about taking charge, but we had to get that thing up and running as quickly as possible. And huge shout out to Chet for trying to get it done. Clint Jorgensen, Mike and Jay were too busy to get the Motu burgers. We delivered them. we did. I munched on the fries, Clint. I did munch on the fries, but I'm not gonna lie. They went to the good stomachs of both Sean and AJ, and they enjoyed them immensely. Thank you so much. But we were way too busy. I'm really sorry for not devouring your wonderful burgers. I'm really sorry, my friend. But they went to good stomachs. Both AJ and Sean enjoyed them. Thank you so much, brother. Erwin Papa, great moment. Absolutely. Johnny Blues, it gave you chills. I know, right? Ash Zombie, give me my bed sheets back. Jabbar Robbins, hope it's better than the one from 1987. Honestly, I love the 87 movie, so for me, I'm a little biased, but I will say that the movie is much more polished. It has much better special effects. Again, this is what happens. They have the advantage of technology, and years got by. Bill's a pro, yes. William Stout is an absolute pro. Clint Jorgensen, great moment. We learned about the origins of Skytree, the very first panel of the con. Yep, it was pretty crazy. The Halpern family, wonderful insights from them, and the Bible for MOTUNIVERSE. Was that Caitlin Clark? No, I don't believe so. I don't think so. God Ravage, what is the origin of Skytree? When we post that panel, you'll probably find out. Jordan for Canada, is this really heartwarming and wonderful? Happy birthday, Shira. It was amazing. It was incredible. Bless you, Mega J, Eternal Royalty, everyone on the team, and everyone who attended and has helped out. Absolutely. Thank you, Jordan. Kenzo, yo! Yes, Kenzo's in the house, guys. Kenzo, God Ravage. Jay, your rooms look like mine. Nothing but toys and boxes everywhere. I know, right? Look at that crap. I mean, seriously, I really got to get this fixed. The best time ever. Yes. Clint Jorgensen. Those two sons of the Motu creator talked about Skytree and their father's respect for nature and trees. Then the sons looked up and talked more about the certain types of tree species. It was awesome. It was great. Jordan for Canada, you have a big heart, MJR, and Mike is also passionate about Motu. Your love, respect, and passion can be felt in the con. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it. Erwin Papa, excited for next year. Dude, so am I. I'm so excited. Con Ravage, that's cool to hear. I have a huge respect for nature as well, so I'd love to hear that. Absolutely. Clint Jorgensen, everyone in this room was giving me a standing ovation. Mike Bruno, hey Kenzo. Absolutely. Kenzo's in the house. God Ravage, can you believe that in 2026 we're all here living in Motu life still? Absolutely. I can totally believe it because it is our destiny. My destiny, it's my right. Nothing will deter me from it. God Ravage, look for the very first panel that they post. Wait for the Q&A part when size 3 is brought up. Absolutely. Jordan for Canada, Hordak is always an antagonist. Correct. Which is why you can't beat me. Ash Zombie, give them the sword and they understand. 100%. God Ravage, that kid understood the assignment. Yes, he did. Yes, they did. Jordan for Canada, cosplay. Wolverine is in the house. What's going on, dude? Clint Jorgensen, that guy got my vote. Great vibes. Absolutely. Memorial Day weekend was great for me. It was incredible that so many people came out during that weekend. Jordan for Canada, Jay, I'm curious. Great story, great experience. You're experienced in cons, but what's the biggest difference between you before MOTUNIVERSE and after? Great job. You've experienced in cons, but what is the biggest difference between you before MOTUNIVERSE and after? Great job. I'm not 100% sure if I understand what you're saying, Jordan. But I'll just say that I've helped to organize multiple events in the past. I've been involved in events as large as Anime North and Fan Expo. And I've been involved in grassroots conventions like Anime Shogatsu, which I organize here in Canada, Unplugged Expo, which I also organized here in Canada, the Action Figure Comic-Con, which just did an amazing event earlier in January. So that was the latest event that I did before MOTUNIVERSE. So I hope that helps answer your question. Reg Henny is the man, absolutely. Toys, noise, and action figures, 100% Jordan. Krypton, 7853. Book 2 IMAX showings. Talk about last minute, dude. That's going to be freaking awesome. Motu Prince, Kenzo. That's right, Kenzo's in the house. Clint Jorgensen, Kenzo was great to see. Absolutely, the man is a gem. Jordan from Canada, you guys had a great team, generous, cool dudes and gals, 100%. Shout out to Mr. Home Arcade for the gifts and the kids, and AJ's great work and articles, 100%. Those guys were killing it. That's Cat's Lair. Yep, it is Cat's Lair. Eternity Royalty. Cheers, my friend. Cheers, buddy. Jordan from Canada, the man with a dream, Eternity Royalty. Hearing him talk about his memories for the con is incredible, 100%. Johnny Blues, I'm not crying. You're crying. We cried. Trust me, we did cry. Jordan from Canada, we all know it here, but you're a good man, Jay. Thank you for supporting your friend. Brother, this was a dream which we all shared, and Mike basically just challenged me to do something about it, and I was like, okay, let's do it. So you know what? I, of course, will support not only my friends, especially my friends, but this community. I will always have my support, 100%. Clint, thank you, Mike. Wow, you were the MVP. Abso-freaking-lutely. Clint Jorgensen, Jay is the number of reasons I supported because of the work. I could only attend the con for 5 hours, but I still flew in from Utah. Anyway, my God, Clint, I remember. That's why when I saw you, I was like, dude, like, wow, I was shocked to see you there. And then literally, oh man, thank you, Clint. Thank you, dude. This guy right there, crazy. Thank you, Clint. You're amazing. Mike Bruno, yeah, Mike, unbelievable job. What an amazing weekend. Already looking forward to next year, 100%. Absolutely. Eternity Dreams had one of my grails. Giraffe pointed out to me, and I got it right as I was leaving to catch the plane. Oh, dude, I'm so glad you got the grail. I'm so glad that made it all worthwhile. Thank you, Clint. God Ravage, you do not get enough credit for all you do for this community, Jay. We did it, guys. We did this. Okay, we did this. Jordan from Canada. It's great that you're doing this con. You may try to need ideas and other cons can use to make their experiences even greater. Absolutely. And I'm happy if other cons use us as an example. That would be amazing. Mike Bruno, meeting Alan Oppenheimer and Ruder Brow was definitely the highlights. 100%. Those two are gems. Clint Jorgensen, Larry Houston was a nice guy to talk to. Absolutely. The guy is also another wonderful gem. Eternity Royalty, Rebecca is a gem. Having dinner with her was amazing. It was interesting too, wasn't it? Clint Jorgensen, Rudy, we need to commission him for Skytree. Ooh, that would be awesome. That would be freaking awesome. Mike Bruno, wasn't Rebecca flirting with I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it. Glenn Jorgensen, Joshua Sky, Toy Habits, Michael figured out his real name is really Skytree. Had to drop the tree for copyright reasons. Attorney Royalty, flirting with House of Shakoti, Shane. Oh man, that was so crazy. Mike Bruno, that was it. Too funny. Mike Bruno, great avatar for the question is awesome. Mario, any plans for an exclusive next year? Not necessarily from. Have you been looking at my notes, Mario? Like, wow, just wow. That blows my mind. Mike Bruno, thanks, Jordan. One of my favorite DC characters. Abs the blank. Tarkatel, any plans? Not necessarily from the Television Service Crucible or Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, or maybe even Flipmore. Stay out of my head, Mario. Stay out of my head. It's not a good place to stay. Glenn Jorgensen, no need to apologize. We should have dropped at least 10 or more. It's all good, brother. It's all good. Toy Cartel, that would be awesome. Any of those would be so rad. 100%. Dave Sanelli, is MOTUNIVERSE EC in the works? EC. MOTUNIVERSE EC. What is EC? I'm sorry. Dave, that one right over my head. What is MOTUNIVERSE EC? What is that? Please help me out. Attorney Roto, wow, Clint, that's incredible. Thank you so much for coming. Absolutely. I had no idea that he was only there for the full, like the one day. I thought for sure he was there longer, but man, I don't. That's why I was like, "Where's Clint?" I was like, "Where was he the next day?" I had no idea. Justin, I can't believe you're doing this late night stream. How long has it been? I know, right? I know. It's crazy. Oh, East Coast. Ah, interesting. No plans. Sadly, no plans. But there's another convention happening in the East Coast, so I think that will cover it. You know what I mean? Like, guys, the East Coast is covered by MOTUFest. If you're interested, definitely go to MOTUFest. It's a wonderful convention put together by the organizers of PowerCon. And I'll be honest with you, it should be celebrated. It's definitely going to be a wonderful convention. I'm going to be there because I'm very excited to see what they have in store. They've announced some incredible guests, and I'm really, really excited to be going to MOTUFest. As again, I am always about the community. I love anything Master Universe, and I hope that one's going to be a really great show. So yeah, guys, MOTUFest in, I believe it's September. In the greater Cincinnati area, which is actually Kentucky. But yeah, definitely head over there, give them a like and a follow, and definitely see me, and I think Mike of Attorney Royalty, see us both at MOTUFest, because we're going to have an amazing time. We hope to see you guys there. Toy Cartel, it was so rad meeting up with Gummit Up Makers, such a cool family, and rad toys. Support the Kickstarter 100%. I'm going to be on their show, and I'm going to be pushing that property as much as I can. I want to see Gummit Up Makers as a reality. Those toys look incredible. Clint Jorgensen, I flew in Friday night but flew back Saturday afternoon. 24 hours in town, but had to leave Saturday at 3 to fly out to LBC. Brother, you were incredible. Thank you so much for being there for the Saturday. It's incredible being able to see you again. Thank you so much for all the support, Clint. You are incredible. Thank you, my friend. Corinne Ventec, I just checked the tickets. Noticed the first screening is June 3rd. Is my city in UK. Only has 4 seats booked. One is mine. I was looking to see what popcorn buckets there are. Nothing exciting. That's okay, brother. You know what? See it, enjoy it, and it's going to be a freaking blast. I hope that you enjoy it, because I'm pretty sure you will. Ryan Ventec, rectangular tin buckets with printed He-Man decals. No cool stuff like the US. You mean expensive stuff, incredibly expensive, but they are worth it. They're so much fun. Guys, I want to thank you, Jennifer, one of you, for hanging out with me tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure. Yeah, man. The movie, all I can say is what an experience. And what do I think? Once more, I think if you're a Master Universe fan, you are probably going to enjoy it. And if you are a new fan coming into it, I think that you're probably going to have a pretty good time. Might be a little confusing, but I think you'll have a good time. if it finds its audience, I am very confident to say that it will probably get a sequel, and I'm hoping and praying that that's the case. MOTUNIVERSE, wow, I'm exhausted. I still am freaking exhausted. My sleeping schedule is all whack because, of course, I was 3 hours behind, and of course, working that whole weekend trying to make it I'll be the first one to tell you. There were a lot of things that happened. Everyone's going to tell you this. Whenever you organize an event, anything and everything can go wrong, and probably will at some point. So between the website crashing and certain things happening when they weren't supposed to happen, things being pushed back like a half an hour and such, it was some crazy things that happened that weekend. But what an amazing time. It seems like nobody noticed that, we were running around like chickens with our heads cut off. And it was just magical. It really was. Exhausting. The stressful. It really was stressful, but rewarding, incredibly rewarding. And of course, it's thanks to you guys. You guys made MOTUNIVERSE happen. And every time somebody came up to me and thanked me, I reminded them every single time that we did this together. It was because of us that MOTUNIVERSE exists. And of course, it was because of Mike Gordon and his dream to have a Master Universe convention in California. Guys, give it up for Mike Gordon. The man literally has made a miracle happen, and we all owe him a great debt of gratitude and a huge thanks for inspiring all of us to dream big and to make things happen. Thank you, Mike. My friend, you truly are Eternian royalty. Esther, what's going on, Esther? How are you doing tonight, guys? If you haven't already, please check out Gum It Up Makers. They need your help to get their Kickstarter funded, and I am going to be on their show. I'm gonna have them on my show, and we are going to get them over the finish line because they have an incredible toy line which needs to be made. And all of us in the Toy Tuber community, we support them 100%. So please head over to Gum It Up Makers on Kickstarter. Check out their campaign, because if you're a lover of if you are in love with Master Universe the same way I am, you're gonna love these, because they are literally a mix of Master Universe, the Muppets, and freaking so many different wonderful 80s properties. It just tugs at your heartstrings. You definitely got to check it out. Check out Gum It Up Makers, guys. They are incredible. Jordan from Canada. Thank you, Jay, Eternian royalty. Motu Fever in 2026 is just getting started, and the toys will never stop enjoying all the summer. Absolutely. Thank you, Jordan. Dave, Kentucky is quite a ways off. Nothing in upstate New York. Again, it's one of these things. It's not finding people to run conventions is not easy. So I mean, if you know anybody who might be interested in running a convention, I'm happy to lend a hand. But again, it takes a certain amount of people to do this, and it's not an easy thing to do. Trust me. Brian Brum again. I just got the Castle Grayskull popcorn bucket last week. Awesome. I apologize if I screwed up your name, my friend. Jordan from Canada. MOTUNIVERSE lived, and it will live again. Yes, it will. It will return in 2027. Mike Bruno, thanks for a good show, Jay, and thank you for keeping MOTUNIVERSE hype alive. I can't wait for Friday the movie. Absolutely, my friend. It's going to be glorious. Mike. Yeah, 100%, Jordan. Esther, yes, Mike, 100%, exactly. Andrew Davis, for you guys who don't know, who don't get exclusive popcorn buckets, there's a website where you can purchase them at retail price. Awesome, thank you, Andrew. Jordan from Canada, you're a good man, Jay. Dude, this community is the best freaking community. Esther, we are honored, thank you. No, you guys, come on, let's do this. Let's make this happen. Guys, check out Gum It Up Makers, please. They need as much help as they can get, because we need these action figures. Brian, I'm in Kentucky. What Motu convention is coming here and when? Well, you know what? Let me bring it up. Only because everyone keeps asking, right? So, hold on. So, guys, I will be heading to MOTUFest in September. I believe it's September. And yep, there it is, September 12th and 13th in the greater Cincinnati area. So, and again, don't want to get this confused and don't want to get this too confusing, but the venue is so here it is, Cincinnati Marriott River Center, but the actual address is 10 West River Center Boulevard, Covington, Kentucky, 41011. So that is the actual convention center, as far as I know. And the other overflow hotel, sorry, the actual convention center, sorry. So this is the hotel. My apologies. So this is the hotel, but the actual convention center is the Northern Kentucky Convention Center, which is 1 West River Center Boulevard, Covington. Actually, it's the same thing, right? No, one is 10 and the other one is 1. So, yeah. So MOTUFest is happening inside, there it is. MOTUFest is happening inside the Northern Kentucky Convention Center in September 12th and 13th of 2026. The convention center is connected directly to the hotel by a walkway for your convenience. Exactly. So it's the exact same thing. So, but the actual convention itself is being held at the 1 West River Center Boulevard in Covington, Kentucky. So yeah, because this is kind of weird. So it is the Cincinnati Marriott River Center, but it's in Kentucky, and the Northern Kentucky Convention Center in Kentucky. So that's why it's a little confusing, because again, it's being advertised as being in the greater Cincinnati area, but it's in Kentucky. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to be there, and I hope you guys will support them, MOTUFest, because again, everything Master Universe is to be celebrated, and I hope you guys will join us in celebrating MOTUFest. I'm heading there, and so is Mike of Returning Royalty. We're going to have a blast, and of course, it's going to be an amazing time, had by all. So I hope you guys will join. We'll support them, and it is an East Coast convention, so that's why I mentioned it, because Dave Sinelli kept asking, and now Brian. And now Brian is actually asking, where is it? So now I'm kind of like clearing that up, because it is a bit confusing. It really is kind of confusing. You good, Jay? Thank you, Brian. I ate Whoopi Goldberg. Yay, and Jay, good journey, brother. Mike Gordon is his name, the best laugh on that guy. What? Mike Gordon is his name, best laugh on that guy. I'm confused. I really am confused. But thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Clint Jorgensen, what part of I learned from my short term there was a lot of retired Mattel employees in SoCal that worked on Motu, 100%, which is one of the reasons why we did it. Danny and I will be there. Absolutely. It is the place to be. No problems, Brian. Thank you for watching for joining us here. Clint Jorgensen, Cincinnati Airport is in Kentucky and not Ohio. What? I am so confused. Is Cincinnati in Kentucky? I thought it was Cincinnati, Ohio. I am so confused. Gunna makers were great people, 100%. Esther, they were sold out of discounted rooms and regular rooms. No, it does happen. Eternal Royalty, I had to log off to close up the store, come back, and they're chanting my name. That's how it works, dude. That is how it works. Appreciate all of you, 100%. Mike, you deserve it. You 100% deserve it. Guys, I want to thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I'm back. And I will be trying my best to keep up with the updates and the videos again. It has been an incredible few months organizing and helping to support MOTUNIVERSE. And then, how can I say this properly? It was an absolute treat to be invited, to get an invite to the Master Universe premiere. no matter what happened, even though I was watching it like this, I enjoyed it immensely. And I wouldn't have had it any other way sharing it with Mike, AJ of Hemania.com, Play Motu, Sean, and Micah Beyond. We worked so hard, all of us, and everyone, on the MOTUNIVERSE staff worked so hard. And it was great to be able to share, a small moment with those guys. And really a privilege to be able to see the movie during the premiere. And if you're as much of a Masters of the Universe fan as I am, you're going to enjoy this film. And I hope you guys do enjoy it. And MOTUNIVERSE, wow. To everybody out there who attended, thank you. To everybody else, to everybody who supported us, thank you. And of course, to the staff, the volunteers, the guests, everybody who came out to support of MOTUNIVERSE. What a great journey we had, guys. Thank you. And thank you for all the support. Clint Jorgensen, it's just a border thing like Kansas City. It's part of Kansas and Missouri. Wow, I'm so confused, but okay. I'm definitely not American. I don't know how that works. We only have like 8 provinces up here in Canada. Mike, always being so humble. Mike Bruno, Ohio and Kentucky butt up against each other. It's like New Jersey Jets and Giants are New York team, but they play in New Jersey. Wow, it's just confusing. Jordan from Canada, rest if you need to, guys. Come back a month if you need it or longer. You all deserve it. Thank you so much, Jordan. Really appreciate that. And Esther, yes, 100%. Gumming Up Makers is something we all deserve. So please support them. And last comment, because I am going to log off soon, guys. I want everyone who was on screen in Chronicles form, King Randor, Spike Orb, Beastman, Wish Sorod was in there instead of angry grandma looking hook and hand Kark. You should see him in the rest of the film. He looks pretty good. Guys, I want to thank each and every one of you for hanging out with me tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure. Hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Get ready, guys. In a little under 6 days, we're going to be able to watch Master of the Universe in theaters. And for some of us in the UK, you're going to be able to watch it in just a little over 3 days. So get ready. This is going to be an amazing ride, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Good journey, everybody. Keep proud. Eternity of Royalty. Oh, that makes me laugh, 100%. Keep proud, everybody. Good journey.
This May 23rd and 24th in Torrance, California. Masters of the Universe fans will unite for MOTUNIVERSE. Now the fans have the power. The He-Man and She-Ra convention, celebrating 44 years of the Masters of the Universe. Featuring special guests, Blade from the Masters of the Universe movie, Anthony DeLongis, the voice of Skeletor, Alan Oppenheimer, and the voice of She-Ra, Melendi Brent. At the Torrance Marriott Hotel, California. Tickets on sale now on MOTUNIVERSECon.com. Don't miss out.